set up real quick, but first let me get these shout outs in. Yeah, you know we got to come on just a little early just to make sure that we get the camera straight, and we got a lot to get into today, you guys. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Trending topics, current events, and so much more. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Trump, is the fraud in Minnesota just the tip of the iceberg? That's the subject of the episode today, you guys. We got a lot. Let's get into it. Happy good morning, you guys. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Let's go. One more day to the weekend if you're working for it. Let's go. Let's get that camera straight. Today we will finally be able to go out and get our stand. So boy, do I feel excited about that. Hopefully we won't be doing this too much longer with this adjustments. But hey, levels to this, baby. It's levels sometimes. Good morning, everybody. Let me know how my audio sound. Batty in the building, let me know. Yeah, this is hopefully the last day we'll be doing these crazy adjustments right here. But hey, you gotta work from somewhere to get somewhere. Open that up. Just a touch of love and a little bit up. I think that's gonna do it for this morning, you guys. I'm pretty cool with that. Yeah, think I'm gonna do that. But wait a little minute, just let's get a little turn going on over there. And yeah, that's it. That's how we're doing it this morning. Hit that one up there to make sure we got the monitor up. Got this monitor up so I can see myself. It's Thursday, y'all. Let's go. Whoo! We've been researching all the way up into 15 minutes ago. I'm serious, you guys. There has been no break in time. We got so much new topics and stuff to go over. I'm just going to be honest with you guys and let you know we've been working. We have been working. Well, I think I just missed the adjustment a little bit, so let me go ahead and just stop that from shaking real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to run with that. I think we're going to run with that this morning. Yeah, don't matter if the edge is cut off a little bit. I don't mind. I don't mind and I don't mind. Oh, my God, you guys. You know what? Got to tell you, it is a lot of work in order to get the show going, in order to be able to do all of the research overnight. Try to make sure I bring you guys good stuff. Then we got to sequence it. I got to watch everything. But guess what? No complaints here. Because guess what? It's Thursday, you guys, and you could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here, I appreciate you. Guess where you're at? Our bottom line time. #1 show on YouTube. #1 co-host. Give yourselves a round of applause, you guys. And you know what I really want to do right now, right? Because nothing goes right without the man upstairs. We got to get those prayers right this morning. We want to pray for everybody in the chat. We want to pray for security. We want to pray for good health. We want to pray for ourselves, our family members, as well as our animals. Who are we praying for this morning? We got Miss Swans in the building this morning. I see Mark Dorfman. Okay, I see Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. I see you're in for your early morning prayer. I don't blame you. Good morning, you guys. Okay, Luigi's here. Jeffrey Spilker. How you doing, Jeffrey? Hope everything's going fantastic with you. Okay, who else we got up in the building? I see Tina. Okay, we ready to go, you guys. We got a couple of people we want to definitely shout out. You can't forget about Sam Champion. Can't forget about Miss Swans. I know you're here. Can't forget about Tim Majin. A lot of other people that always show love. Kendra Walker and many, many more. Liberty and Justice and Casey. Okay, can't forget about you guys. Amen. And let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Almost time. We still got some time on the board. Let me get a little bit of straightening going on over here to make sure that the flow goes well with the show. Make sure we got everything going on here. How is everybody doing here this morning? Let me know if you guys can hear me sounding pretty good here. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, but if you said amen, I'm sure you probably did. There we go. Okay, you guys, let me go ahead and get over here and get this. Because, once we get rolling, it's a wrap. Today is going to be a good one. I got to just tell you before you even come in the store that we got the good product today. We got a whole lot of updated information. We got trending topics. Oh, there you go. Trending topics, so much more. Can't just wait to get into it, you guys. A couple more seconds. Bear with me. Me, 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 me. Come on, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that like button as you come on in. That's right. Grab a seat, sit down. I don't know what you're doing, probably on your way to work, but guess what? Either you're playing us on the radio, I'm sorry, just for audio, or if you're actually being able to watch us on video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. We got one more day till the weekend. And guess what? All of you guys that's preparing for Valentine's Day, don't wait till the last minute and come in the house with gas station gifts. Make sure you guys are already going to get those gifts right. And ladies, I got to talk for my guys. Make sure you get those fellas something decent. And let's go. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. You got me. First time for everything. Come on. First time for everything. Y'all ready? Let's open up those pores. Smile, y'all. Come on. We woke up another day. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. And ladies, guess what I've been doing? And I've been watching you for so very long, trying to get my nerve hooked up to be so strong. I really want to meet you, but I'm kinda scared because you're the kind of lady with so much class. I get myself together for the very next day. But when I see you, baby, I forget what to. Your eyes and hair, such a beautiful tone. The way you dress and walk, it really turns me on. It really turns me on. Come on, come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you? I really wanna know you. Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you? I really wanna know you. If she got stacks like the McNalson's house of pancakes. Y'all know what I'm talking about that. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Can't get you out of my mind. Sexing you is all I need. I would do anything. Come on, y'all know Jodeci. Stop playing like y'all don't know Jodeci. Y'all know how them boys get down. Plus the remix with Wu-Tang. This is your boy Bugatti NYC. It's Thursday and pump that beat. It's Thursday the 5th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and chat. We be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you? I really wanna know you. Come and talk to me. That was the joint right there, Jodeci. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday morning. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. We got trending topics, current events, so much more to get into. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I can't forget about the #1 chat in YouTube history. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's time to get into it, you guys. I don't even want to hold up. No delaying. You know what I'm going to say, right? I'm so sorry. Almost made a mistake. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is what? Stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I love to know what time it is as well. The reason why I ask you all of that is because I love to do research on the towns, the cities, and the countries that you guys tell me that you're at. Trust me, I pay attention, especially when you email me certain information as well. With that being said, you guys, we got trending topics, current events. We're going to be talking about tariffs. We got a lot of back and forth. Jeffrey Epstein and some updated information on an kidnapping that we know that's just been breaking real bad recently. It's a lot to get into, you guys, and I can't wait. So you know what that means. Now it's time for me to do it. Let's get into these titles. That's right. It's time to get to work. Trump is the fraud in Minnesota. Just the tip of the iceberg. We've been paying attention to Poland Spring, what it means to steal from Maine as well. We've heard stories about Los Angeles, heard other ramblings about other states as well. But is the fraud in Minnesota just the tip of the iceberg? We're going to get into that. Also, what do we have here? We've got Epstein files. The latest release claims Bill Gates allegedly contracted a ST what? From a Russian woman. And that's probably the reason why Melinda said, see ya. Hope you had a good time. Bye now. Go ahead and break me off with my dough, cause I'm out. Hope I never see you again. Keep on moving forward, because lastly, we got a list of 8 chocolate brands. We've been paying attention. We want to make sure that we get you guys the information on our health, the stuff that they're feeding us, and what's behind the scenes. So yes, 8 chocolate brands that you would avoid if you knew the truth. It's going to be a whole list. I actually have the list at the end of while we're going to play the video, I'm going to just go ahead and start naming off the names, and you guys are going to see the proof about what's going on with that chocolate that you ate yesterday. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, it's time to get into it. Get your coffee, get your water, get your tea, whatever you need to set up. Your boy's ready. It's time to get into our bottom line. Let's start it off right now. First thing we're going to get into is some gaggle from the president. Of course, that's what we got to do this morning. I don't know if you noticed, but do you see this executive order that's being signed? It looks like a box, a gift box. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, our bottom line. Let's do it. Oh, we really got to fix this. May have to get another Bluetooth.
There, it's a lot of stuff, but it's signed. Back up.
This is pissing me off. Good morning, y'all. Let's go.
Probably won't hold this up. And I think holding up one little page doesn't do it justice. Because in there, it's a lot of stuff, but it's signed. Back up. This bill is a great victory for the American people. Instead of a bloated and wasteful omnibus monstrosity full of special interest handouts, we've succeeded in passing a fiscally responsible package that actually cuts wasteful federal spending while supporting critical programs for the safety, security, and prosperity of the American people.
For a long time, we wanted to get back to regular order in the appropriations process, and you're standing up here with the best appropriators in the business and have served in many years, and we forced the muscle memory back. We're getting back to that regular order process. 12 separate appropriations bills. We've gotten them to your desk, and this is a big thing. It seems like a small thing, but it's a big thing, and we're spending less money year over year with all the innovations and things that you said there. This is good for the country, and America is back. The hat is appropriate. It's the right slogan.
This is a new hat. We just came out. America is back.
Creators, take these.
Yeah, America's back, but not before Scott Bessent has to go before Congress and start answering some questions, asking some questions, and following up. But you know what? I don't think that they did their homework when it comes down to Mr. Bessent. I can't just ask him some questions and think that he's just going to kowtow. Guess what? You asked the right person. Let's get into it. Got some situations over here that we're going to stay in for a little while, just so you could see what's going on in Washington. We got a must Must watch right here. A hearing that's descending into a nuclear situation with Scott Bessent. Let's get into it, you guys, so you can see what's going on right here.
You were working in the financial service industry during the late 1980s, correct?
I was.
Thank you. And well, I'm wondering, do you recall or you're knowledgeable of the Keating 5 scandal back then?
Yes, sir. And I will point out that I was.
I don't wanna-
No. I will point out that
Limited time, I have limited time.
See, what happens here is they want yes or no questions and answers so that they can stack more and actually start to make you look really bad, and then they actually try to cut you out from your responses. So the hard part about this is actually getting a response in. So I guess he just has to bombard when he has the chance to.
I identified.
The gentleman is from-
the secretary is the gentleman
I
from
just
New
asked
York
you a
Times.
question. So I just want to make sure everyone knows, who doesn't know, that the Keating 5 scandal involved 5 U.S. senators accused of pressuring the Federal Home Loan Bank Board to expedite and give more consideration to the case of Charles Keating Jr., who ran the California-based Lincoln Savings and Loans. It led to a 14-month investigation unveiling how 5 U.S. senators and staff ended up with more than $1 million in contributions, 4 trips to the Bahamas, and all expenses paid stays at resort hotels. Following the scandal, the industry saw sweeping regulatory changes that was launched by then-President George H.W. Bush. Now, Mr. Secretary, I'm sure you can agree conflicts of interest and improper influence by U.S. elected officials over bank regulators weaken supervisory independence and ultimately impose massive losses on consumers and taxpayers. I think that we can all agree upon that. And as we know, the basic lessons from the post-Keating reforms still applies today when the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, the OCC, is deciding to get a bank charter. I think we can stimulate that. Now, Mr. Bessent, as our nation's treasurer, I'm sure you also know that a foreign-linked investment firm tied to the United Arab Emirates government quietly bought about half of the Trump family's crypto company, World Liberty Financial. And at the very same time, the President of the United States was dealing with that country on foreign policy. Now, Eric Trump, the president's son and co-founder of World Liberty Financial, said, and I quote, "I'm not going to get into who the investors are, but I've got some pretty meaningful investors," end of quote. Lack of transparency. And it didn't end there. When Trump fans brought the tokens, they thought they were getting the deal of a century. But what they didn't know was that only Trump and his sons had the sole power to decide who can sell the token and when. Today, the price of the token.
Now, my thing is, I don't know where the question is, and I see you have a lot of points and a lot of statements, and you're making some very valid points. The question has not been brought up yet. I also am doing this right now for all of the people that say, all you guys do is watch Fox. You're always a Trump supporter. We playing both sides of the coin, and we always do that. Just to let you guys know, we're starting off that way today. Just let you know. Let's get a little bit more going on here with the same sort of narrative, same sort of setting, but just 2 different people asking questions. Someone that you really love. You know who that is, right? You know who that is. Come on, guys. You know who Maxine Waters is, right? Same sense, but guess what? The exchange, just a little different. Let's go. Same questioning.
Is that you and the rest of, as you know, this committee has taken a bipartisan approach to addressing another real affordability crisis. Housing. Rents are too high. There aren't enough houses. However,
So now we have someone on the party side of Democrat who is complaining about housing, who's complaining about that the rent is too high, complaining that there's nowhere for American families to live. I'm gonna just straight up and down go there. I'm gonna say it. If you wouldn't let so many damn people over the border, that's taking up all of the affordable places and the places that the actual American people can have to live, we wouldn't have had this problem also. could have had more affordable places for American families and people to live. And remember, started off on another side today. So I'm not playing any posts, and I'm telling you guys straight up and down, don't hit me with that. He must be a Trumper or whatever. I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am not an independent. I just like common sense. Bottom line, that's the name of the show. Let's keep it going.
One clear reason that the housing crisis has grown worse is that you and the rest of the Trump administration levied tariffs on housing production goods like lumber and steel.
How are we going to have lumber and steel when we don't even have no money, because all of the money that we're spending is on these illegals that you guys are letting into the country? Let's go there first. You're talking about, oh, let them come in so that people can have some work going on? Or so just thinking that everybody's a carpenter because they're coming from Venezuela or a third world country? I think that's kind of biased right there.
As well as appliances. These tariffs will result in half.
Lumber is
reclaiming my time. You don't get to talk.
Lumber is at a
Reclaiming my
5-year
time.
low, Congresswoman.
Reclaiming my time.
Who are you talking to, roach face? What do you mean reclaiming your time? Where is the break for me to actually respond to anything that you're saying? But still listen in the background as Mr. Besson talks about the price of lumber as it's at its all-time lowest right now, because you're trying to just basically bombard so he can't really respond to what you got going on there. And that's not fair. I don't call that being fair. I'm gonna rewind a little bit, just about right there, so you can actually hear what he's saying. Let's go. Meanwhile, this dude right here, he's from up the block over here. He does absolutely nothing for the neighborhood, and he has a twitch in his face. That's probably why you got a problem. You might want to start paying attention to him too. Got all types of the wrong people in the neighborhoods. D-rug dealers operate right outside of your location. Think I don't know. Got to deal with it.
And half.
Lumber is
Reclaiming my time. You don't get to talk.
Lumber is at a
Reclaiming my
5-year
time.
low, Congresswoman.
Reclaiming my time.
Bitch, please.
Let's just have the facts.
Reclaiming my time. Thank you. However, one clear reason that the housing crisis is going worse.
And they think it's funny. They think it's funny like she's doing something right there because she's being an a-hole and saying reclaiming my time or whatever. But the point has not been made when it comes down to the bottom line. Still ain't make no point by trying to be sassy and overtalk somebody. What's the bottom line here? That's the name of the show. We're stamping on it today.
Is that you and the rest of the Trump administration levied tariffs on housing production goods like lumber and steel, as I said, as well as appliances. These tariffs will result in 500,000 fewer homes built at a time when we need more homes built, not less. Trump single-handedly made housing more expensive. And once again, you know it. Axios has reported that you were planning to lift tariffs on housing production goods. In addition, the unlawful campaign the Trump administration has waged with ICE and Border Patrol terrorizing American communities has also harmed home.
What American communities are ICE and Homeland Security tills never realizing? They're not doing that at all. They're trying to get illegals out of the country. You're adding these extra words and trying to say things like American people. I mean, there ain't American people that's being affected. Those are American people that feel like they want to get out there and protest and get in the way of ICE when they're doing their job.
Construction across America. So I ask you, Secretary Bissett, will you be the voice of reason in the administration and urge Trump to stop waging a war on American consumers and on housing or affordability?
Let's put this in the physical. He goes in front of Trump and say, could you stop levying? What the hell are you talking about? Don't even make sense. Start talking about stuff that makes sense and actually has proof behind it.
And putting the economy at risk. Yes or no? You don't have to explain.
Representative
Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice of reason? Will you be the voice of reason?
A study from Wharton University.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my.
Ain't gonna work this time. He gonna get her. All that reclaiming my time. This time he gonna keep going.
My time.
Was a mass
Reclaiming my
unfettered
time.
immigration.
Mr. Chair, will you
let
let
in
him know
between 10
that
and
when I
20
ask
million
him time to
immigrants.
Tom does
Took
belong
out
to
the
the
housing
gentlewoman
stock.
from California.
10 and 20 million immigrants.
Can you
Look
shut
at the
up?
housing stock
Oh.
of working Americans, and can you maintain some level of dignity?
Gentleman's time has expired.
No, my time has not expired.
Well,
Time
yes,
has
it has.
expired. And the
The
gentleman,
gentleman took up my time.
You took up your own time by not asking a question, by making statements and making stuff that had no point, or giving him a break to actually say anything. And that was all your fault. So when you're trying to be a sassy black woman, you got to make sure that you're being smart about it when you're doing it. If you want to be smart about it, start having educated questions, leave a break so that when he does come back with something, and then you got to be even smarter. You have to have 5 things ready, prepared, just in case he goes in that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction. You got to be ready for that. Then you do it like that. You don't just keep on over talking and bombarding people with statements and stupid content just to try to make yourself look a certain way. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen if you guys appreciate the content. We're not playing this morning. Let's keep on moving forward because do we have any more on this? Because I'm going to keep on slicing and dicing them up. Don't start talking about things that have to do with not having nowhere to stay and all the jobs and stuff like that. No, you guys open the borders for all of these people to come in, and you set up all of this crap on yourselves, and now you're trying to swing it. I've been paying attention for too long, and we're not letting it rock that way. And again, Democrats, y'all feel a certain way, it's on y'all. Republicans, y'all feel a certain way, it's on y'all. Independents, if y'all feel a certain way, it's on y'all. We breaking it down today. We got information on everybody, all leaders in different categories. So a lot of people might get mad at me today. I want you guys to understand what's going on here. I play no friendship to no one place, especially in a blind manner. If you do something wrong, I'm calling you out on it. Mommy, I love you, but there was a roach on that bread that you made me eat. Boy, you better eat that bread. Roach on that bread. I love you, mommy, but you're not perfect. Trying to tell you guys something here. Everybody's not perfect. Stop following people blindly. Don't do it that way. Be your own person, get your own information. That's why you made it here that long. No matter what the party is, be a party of yourself. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's keep on peeling this onion back.
And Mr. Secretary, earlier in response to someone else's question, you talked a little bit there toward the end, but I'm not sure that there was a time for follow-up about, I think you said 10 to 20 million immigrants that are responsible for the driving up the housing costs. Is that what you said?
I'm referring to a Wharton report, yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Do you know what they based it on? What data, what information they looked at?
And you should never ask a question to a person that actually has the data. Don't do it. And you don't even have it. You're messing with the wrong person.
Yes, the survey by survey, community by community. You could go, if you'd like, we'll have my people post it on the Treasury X account as we speak.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for the cooperation, because I'm just completely baffled. The average new home sale is about $500,000, and you're saying
Because
it's
you let all these people in to take all of the affordable places that the Americans that needed it could have stayed.
driving out their housing crisis when DHS is over there trying to pick up and deport people because, quote unquote, they're a drain on society.
Yep.
They're dependent on public benefits.
Yep.
So if you're on public benefits, how do you afford a $500,000 house?
Well,
You don't afford the $500,000 house. You take the affordable houses that the American people should be getting first. And then now that they can't go there, they got to suffer and struggle more to find somewhere to live. I want you guys to understand when the demand is higher, that means it drives the price up. Ain't nobody stupid over here. Let's go. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Told you we're not playing this morning. Let's go.
let me clarify your confusion.
Get 'em.
because-
I'm not confused, sir. Don't be
you-
demeaning to me, all right? Because
Yeah,
I'm going to object and ask the chairman to make you answer questions.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah, I like the way you did that. One word just sent her crazy. Let's do that again.
Don't be demeaning to me, all right? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to $1,000 house.
well, let me clarify your confusion because.
I'm not confused, sir. Don't be demeaning to me, all right? Because
Yeah,
I'm going to object and ask the chairman to make you answer questions.
Anyway, I'm trying to explain to you that it is rental income and rental properties. The
So
value.
do you really think that people,
the
have you been
value-
to the rental places of immigrants? I have people in my district that are in rental houses that I wouldn't rent to anybody. They're not expensive. They're probably $500 or $600 a month. You think people that can barely afford housing like that's the housing that we're talking about when we talk about the housing crisis?
Yeah, it's part of it. It's called affordable housing, and that condition of that individual place you're talking about falls on the landlord and the place that you went to go visit.
D properties push up the price of C properties. Inflation in C properties pushes up the price of A properties. Inflation in the price of A property, B properties pushes up A properties. So it moves up the stack. And if you think that somehow the laws of supply and demand do not apply to housing, I would say you're incorrect.
No, well, I'm not incorrect because,
as would,
you know, the only thing that we might say about immigrants is that we don't have new housing because they can't, there's a shortage of labor supply because they build the houses and you all are more focused on deporting them than having them stay here and build.
So again, you trying to say immigrants is the only people that can make houses, that can afford houses, and they might, and y'all know they're the ones that do the cheap labor, so give them the money, which also is making a more strain on the American construction worker and the people that's trying to get out there and do their damn thing. What about that category? Now that you trying to, you guys saw how that went down? She went from one to the next. One situation to the next. Now you're talking about the worker, the working force. Yeah, the American workforce needs work too.
New housing because they can't, there's a shortage of labor supply because they build the houses and you all are more focused on deporting them than having them stay here and build. Mr. Chair.
So every person that comes here from a third world country or a legal immigrant is a construction worker is what you're saying. We're talking about the illegals that do the D-rugs. We're talking about getting rid of the ones that are messing with children. We're talking about the ones that are harming families. Talking about the fentanyl guys, getting rid of those people. So all of a sudden, everybody that's coming over here is a construction worker. They just try to get rid of them as far as she's concerned.
I'd like to introduce three items.
Matter of fact, I don't think you need to introduce anything, and I think we already got our point across on you. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let's go over to Iran. We did a little bit of work at home. So let's talk about this massive assault that Trump officials warns Iran about after a strain of a stupid scare. You think they have the nerve to send over a drone over one of our warships? That was real stupid. Guess what happened to their drone? Didn't make it back. Put it like that, y'all. I don't know what they was trying to do, if they were monitoring or if they was trying to send a message or whatever. I think it was pretty stupid. Let's open up this screen. Yeah, don't be sending no drones over here trying to do anything.
First, U.S. forces shot down an Iranian drone yesterday approaching the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea near Iran yesterday. The U.S. Central Command writing, quote, the Iranian drone continued to fly toward the ship despite de-escalatory measures taken by U.S. forces operating in international waters.
So what you do?
An F-35 fighter jet from Abraham Lincoln shot down the Iranian drone in self-defense and to protect the aircraft carrier and the personnel on board. This coming just days before Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are set to meet with the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on Friday. Here's the president at the White House yesterday. Watch this.
On Iran, are the negotiations still happening this week?
Yeah.
Where will they be? And what do you need to hear from Iran?
Roll over, but they are negotiating. They'd like to do something, and we'll see if something's going to be done. They had a chance to do something a while ago, and it didn't work out, and we did Midnight Hammer. I don't think they want that happening again, but they would like to negotiate. We are negotiating with them right now, yes.
Joining me now live from Brussels is U.S. Ambassador.
Nope, good. Appreciate you, Mr. Ambassador, but we heard enough from the president, and that's how we do it. We get it directly from the horse's mouth, and we follow up with the stories as they come in. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. I want to see what you guys have to say in the comments over here. Okay, let's get those numbers up. She's talking about the help. She needs her help. The number 1% who have been deported. There you go, Kush. Mass deportations. MAGA is alive, and when here in Los Angeles, and ICE better stay till I can get my family out of this situation. State to a red or 3 months. Hit that like button. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. We got a report coming in from Washington about Kristi Noem as she talks about doom, 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 and Homeland Security now getting body cameras. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got to get you locked and loaded before you get out to work and do the rest of the stuff that you got to get done today. Come on.
First, Brooke Taylor. She is live in Minneapolis with an update. Hi, Brooke.
Hi,
Hi, Dana. Yeah, these ICE officers and Border Patrol agents here in Minneapolis are going to be the first to get body cameras in a rollout that was announced by DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. So she shared this on X. She said, quote, as funding is available, the body camera program will be expanded nationwide. We'll rapidly acquire and deploy body cameras to DHS law enforcement across the country. Now, a lot is happening here in Minneapolis today. The man who sprayed apple cider vinegar from a syringe at Congresswoman Ilhan Omar at a town hall is going to make a court appearance this morning. The Justice Department charged Anthony Kazmierczak right here with assaulting, impeding, and intimidating a federal official. And also happening this morning, a representative from Mayor Jacob Fry's office is set to testify in front of a grand jury today. Now, the Justice Department served grand jury subpoenas to his office and also several other top Minnesota officials. They're accused of conspiring to impede federal immigration laws. That is something that Mayor Fry has denied.
Oh,
now,
boy.
Meanwhile, in an interview with
that's
Al
just
Jazeera, the head
that
of
is just the tip of the iceberg with Mayor Fry, with Minnesota, with Tampon Tim. Oh, boy. When we really start to peel this onion back, I'm talking about it gets funkier with every layer that comes off. You guys, we're going to get into it today. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, because now we're going to get on over to Minnesota. Fraud is just the tip of the iceberg. We're getting into our heading. GOP lawmaker says, let's get into it, you guys. Let's get into it. I didn't say it, they did. And the way that they go into this, woo! Go on and get them, girl. Set it up and knock it down.
Okay, when you have no agenda, you can't grow the economy, you can't improve education, you can't decrease our energy costs, well, what are you going to do? If you're a politician, if you're a Democrat, you just revive the same old fear-mongering that failed miserably in 2024. Democracy's on the rocks. Again, yeah, of course that's what they're saying. So if that's the case, why are Democrats so excited about the midterm prospects? If democracy isn't going to work because Trump's in power, why is anyone raising money? Why is anyone hiring staff? Plus, don't they remember they tried this before?
Our democracy depends on you.
Yeah.
It really does, folks. That's no joke.
That's why we need you.
I love that. What could be my favorite column of the week, though, was from Never Trumper drama queen David French. He's basically, the president is going to upend the election. This is not a drill. It's serious.
There are still people who say, no, this is all bluster. This is all talk. This is what he does. Yeah, absolutely. It is Trump being Trump and Trump being Trump as he tries to steal elections.
This looks like what autocratic regimes do. This looks like what Orban does. This looks like what Putin does. This looks like what all the worst of the worst across the world do.
Who knew they'd moonlit as comedians? They should take that on the road.
Get it.
Now,
one more.
What are they upset about here? They're
little
upset about President Trump talking about nationalizing elections.
Right.
Of course, he's talking about voter ID.
Who would not want voter ID? Only somebody that wants to cheat. Think of it. We don't have voter ID. And the Democrats don't want it. And the reason they don't want it is because they want to cheat. Because there's no reason in the world.
I went to vote. I said, do I got to give you guys my ID? They was like, no. I'm like, huh? You don't even want to make sure it's me? Okay. Go over there and stamp this thing. You turn around and you give it to them, and that's it. It's kind of light when it comes down to voting. I got to tell you, it was more secure for me when I did it by mail-in ballot, because they don't even ask you for your ID. I don't know, do they ask you guys for ID when you go to vote? Because not in my city, they don't ask at all.
Well, his concerns would be answered, right, in the SAVE Act, which was introduced in the House of Representatives by Congressman Chip Roy, and he joins us now. Congressman, it's great to see you tonight. No,
we got to get into some fraud. I want you guys to see what's going on in Minnesota right now, because, yeah, still got to get those layers peeled. Hakeem Jeffries also, yeah, let's go. He must answer. Let's get on over to some of the hand man. You see, he made me start putting my hands in my pocket, or just start to say a couple of things with my hands. I'm not too animated anymore. Why? Because Hakeem does enough for all of us. He may as well be a translator, or one of those blind hand sign dudes that do what do they call it? I'm so sorry, you guys. They do sign language. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Hakeem Jeffries, you must answer why he does not want to ask for identification. I mean, why not have them both sides of the coin? Since they stated it, let's see what's going on with that. Why don't they want, identification when it comes down to doing something that's one of the most important things as a human being, as a civilian, voting?
Dow. So good morning to you. We got the deal done, but I think the real battle is now underway. How do you keep the Department of Homeland Security funded after the next 9 days? It looks like many think we're headed to a Department of Homeland Security shutdown. What do you think?
Animated.
Well, I think, again, Republicans have done our jobs, and especially in the House, we have sent all 12 appropriations bills. We've sent them over to the Senate. We've done our job. We've done our work. But again, those came back to us. And now what we have is the best negotiator who has ever lived in the White House, in Donald Trump, who is going to negotiate with the Democrats to get the best possible deal that he can. But we need to be absolutely clear that what the Democrats are doing, they're not hurting ICE. We've already funded ICE.
I know we saw it signed already. I know we did. But I wanted you guys to know about this. You think you're trying to hurt something. You think you're trying to shut something down. Basically trying to explain, you've already funded ICE. We did that with the last write-in. You're not shutting anything down right now. You're not hurting ICE if you're thinking that this is going to do it. It's not.
But we need to be absolutely clear that what the Democrats are doing, they're not hurting ICE. We've already funded ICE in the Working Families Tax Cut. What they're doing is they're hurting the Coast Guard, they're hurting FEMA. And I want to talk to the folks in Western North Carolina who got ravaged by a hurricane. What the Democrats are doing is they're hurting our ability to help you because they're holding your government hostage over what? Over stopping illegal immigrants? Who knows? But it's a shame, and Hakeem Jeffries should be ashamed of himself, and we should be able to get this done.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we know that Democrats are just trying to do everything they can to stop ICE essentially at all costs. That seems to be their overall message right now. The Trump administration been called fascist by Democratic Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. Here's what she had to say. Take a listen.
We must have accountability, and we must bring justice to every fascist in the administration, and that includes Kristi Noem, that includes Stephen Miller, and that includes Tom Homan. ICE will be abolished, DHS will be dismantled, and together we will get it done.
Very optimistic and very hopeful. That sounds like it was a very hopeful situation right there. You're going to abolish ICE and get rid of all of this. Oh, really? Must be seeing some new laws coming in. People are going to start pushing for that, huh? Let's see. It didn't really make too much sense to me neither, but guess what? A lot does it nowadays. Let's get on over to Instagram where we got this post for a manager. Oh my God. You guys remember this guy? The manager at the Minnesota Leering Center who tries to make a last-ditch effort to clear up what terrible show that they had. So yeah, we heard a lot from Nick Shirley about the Leering Center in Minneapolis. But we never really heard anybody from the Leering Center speak afterward. And I don't think that that's fair. Because if you're going to listen to someone that's making accusations, at least give somebody a chance to speak for themselves. So I think that we should go and get this Instagram clip right here and see what this gentleman has to say about the situation at hand.
You were here earlier today. I came here. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now? It's like you're trying to put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not going to make that claim. I don't want to make that claim without me knowing him personally, but that's what it seems like he's doing from his front. Where are you right now? He was here earlier. He was recording us. We had no issue with it. We told him, hey, just get off our property. You can record.
They're talking about Nick Shirley. Hey, you're not here right now. We want to talk. This is after the fact that they, got their spot blown up and they got called the Leering Center that you guys just saw.
You were here earlier today. I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're fraud. Where are you?
So we've also got message in there. I'm not going to be able to show that.
Why are you not here right now?
I want you guys to see this right here because it says Sean Hannity says, the manager of the Quality Leering Center. No fraud here. We've never closed in 8 years. Minneapolis Children's Commissioner Tiki Brown. Okay, they closed last week. The sign is misspelled, the stories don't match, and you decide. Okay, but I just wanted them to get a chance to, again, I like to play both sides of the coin because no one ever showed that afterward and them trying to defend the Leering Center. And you got to let them try as much as they can because it's only fair. Let's keep on moving forward to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. And a sad story, yeah. Our mayor, the new mayor. New York, I just got to say slash the city and why. Got a situation with Mayor Mamdani who's defending the response time to the steady cold of New York City. As you guys know, this is probably the most drastic snowstorm that we have had in the defense of anyone. There's been as much snow as we've ever had possible. There's not a chance of actually the snow melting because it's been so cold. As you guys know, we just broke freezing one day ago and then it went right back up. And they're talking about more snow on Friday. Sad part about that is when you're a mayor and you run a city, you're supposed to know your ass from your elbow and you're supposed to know how to operate. If you don't, you're supposed to have the people in your administration that know what the hell they're doing as well. So I don't understand what's going on with all of the snow still on the street. Yeah, I understand it can't melt, but there used to be a day when we used to pay people to get out there and break that snow up, $20 an hour. People were happy to do it, and you saw a lot of differences going on. And if you see that there's a lot of snow, you need to start to actually do something about it. That's the first point that we're going to get into when it comes down to Mamdani, because this is going to start to be like a snowball effect when it comes down to the other situations of what's going on right here.
While things have slightly warmed up, the severe cold is blamed for at least 16 deaths in New York City. News 4's Andrew Siff caught up with Mayor Mamdani at City Hall. And Andrew, what is the mayor saying about the city's response to this long stretch of the below freezing weather?
Yeah, David, he understands just how severe this has been and how severe it is going to be again, as Dave indicated, in the coming days. And the mayor said he's holding firm to his approach that bringing people in involuntarily has to be a last resort. He would much prefer to convince those who don't have a place to call home to voluntarily head inside.
Okay, I can understand that. And I know you guys, this is how we do over here. Let's be fair to what's fair when it's right. Think about this. Let's put yourself in his position. He's the mayor. Okay, now just go start rounding these people up and taking them to homeless, shelters. That could kind of be considered kidnapping, or he may be able to get charged with something like that, pushback. And somebody's not gonna like it. Let's look at it from that regard, And it's actually never been done before where you're actually getting forced to go into, a shelter or something of that nature. But we do have a lot of people that actually go out into the subways, into the neighborhoods, drive around and try to, influence people to go into these shelters. And I have to say, that is one point that I do agree. See, there's not everything that I don't agree about. Some stuff I do agree with.
Welcome to the South Strand Safe Haven. Mayor Zohran Mamdani visiting new transitional housing today in Lower Manhattan. Dozens of new units available tomorrow for those who need shelter.
Is any of this going to make a difference? I think it does. I think any single New Yorker we can bring indoors that would otherwise stay outside is a difference worth making.
The mayor acknowledges it's been a brutal stretch of weather. At least 16 outdoor deaths in the code blue cold of the last 2 weeks. And despite a brief break today, another bitterly cold stretch ahead.
I've never seen the Hudson River frozen this long. My nephew works for the Staten Island Ferry. They're going through it right now.
And yet, the mayor did not say he'll ask his outreach teams to more aggressively move people indoors involuntarily.
And you got a lot of people that don't want to work breaking that snow down in those temperatures and in those degrees. So you got to think about this from a lot of different angles right now. But I would say I stand firm in the understanding of not forcing people to do something because it could come down to illegal. And he probably spoke with his legal team and said, what can we do? They said it probably would get us sued. He probably left that alone. Sad part about it is 16 people have now lost their lives due to it. can't really put blame on a person for that. You just gotta, they didn't want to go in. They wanted to stay out of the shelter system. And we see a lot of people that think that they can make it, stay in a train station or whatever, and try to make it through. But it's been a long stretch, you guys. And I also want to pray for the 16 people who've lost their lives in this tragic event. I want to have some regard and some remorse for them, because we have no idea what their names are, who they are, and what they went through, and if it was painful or whatever the case may be. Let's try to have some respect and not even come and party on this. Let's just be totally fair to the people that lost their lives in this tragic event, and everyone else, as well as the animals that are probably not being documented, because there's nobody out there really seeing what's going on with them. Stray cats and other ones. So, amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to have a heart out here. If you can help somebody, try to do it. You got an extra jacket or an extra coat, just go outside with it. You see somebody suffering, just give them the jacket, man. Coat, whatever, because believe me, it helps. Utah, let's get on over to these attorneys that actually are accusing Charlie Kirk's, what are we doing? I hate when Apple does the spell check and I got to read some stuff and bring it all together myself. Okay, the Charlie Kirk claims. Let's see what's going on with this Tyler Robinson situation here, because we definitely have to keep on following up on that. We're going to do some more with that. Let's leave that one alone right there. Let's get on over to this situation in Utah to see what's going on with the attorneys that for the accused Charlie Kirk, can't say that word, attempted a Hail Mary to derail the prosecution. I just got to say, I think that this was a Hail Mary. Oh, because your daughter was around the neighborhood or when this happened, all the prosecutors can't be on the case. Good try. Hopefully it didn't work. Let's go.
Chad, thanks. Lawyers for the man accused of assassinating Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk want the prosecutors on the case disqualified.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Senior correspondent Claudia Cowan reports tonight from Provo, Utah. Good evening, Claudia.
Good evening, Brett. And the judge is proceeding very cautiously before deciding whether the Utah County Attorney's Office can continue to prosecute this case. The center of this legal fight is Chad Grunander, a senior prosecutor who was on the witness stand here today because his 18-year-old daughter was at the Turning Point USA event in September where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Tyler Robinson's defense argues the family connection creates an emotional bias that not only taints her father, but the entire office, and they all need to go. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray denies any conflict, explaining today his decision to make this a capital case had nothing to do with personal relationships.
Why did you choose to seek the death penalty in this case?
Because the evidence that had been gathered supports the aggravated murder charge, and I believe that the death penalty is entirely appropriate in this particular case.
The prosecution says this defense motion amounts to a stalling tactic, and Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, has had enough as well. She's urging the court to speed things up and to keep hearings fully transparent. Her attorney writing yesterday, Ms. Kirk respectfully urges the court to deny any unnecessary requests to limit public or media access and to ensure that courtroom proceedings remain open to the fullest extent.
Now, it's like, I think that they need to consider some stuff that she's talking about as well, due to the fact that she's part of the side of the victim. Also, when we get back to that Hakeem Jeffries situation, if I can't find him actually talking, I try to take the best content that I could actually find. So if someone's speaking about it, I would go refer to that. Over here at this show, we like to try our best to get the information directly from the horse's mouth. But if we can't, we have no other choice but to take gaggle or someone that's actually referring to it. So that's probably what you guys were talking about. Comes down to Charlie Kirk in this situation. I think they're really grabbing for straws and really trying to make last-ditch efforts. You can't fault the defense for trying to do the best that they can. And you can't fault the judge right now for not trying to make any situations where they could be open for appeal. He's trying to do things by the book. It may be taking him much longer, and he probably need to just get to the chase right now, because this has been so much pre-trial stuff going on that we could have had a trial already. Let's get on forward to Jill Biden and her ex-husband, who now has been, that's right, locked up. Watch your head, Jill Biden's ex-husband. For what? That's right, charges of murdering his current wife. Jill, you probably been lucky to get out of that marriage, huh? Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen.
Well, the ex-husband of former First Lady Jill Biden has been arrested for allegedly murdering his wife. Investigators believe William Stevenson killed his wife Linda after a call to police about a domestic dispute in December. Officers responding to the call found her on the living room floor where she was pronounced dead at the scene. NBC News legal affairs reporter Gary Grumbach joins us now. Gary, Stevenson was taken into custody just yesterday. He is now in jail after failing to post the $500,000 cash bail. What else are we learning? Why did it take authorities so long to make this arrest?
That's one of the big questions we don't actually really have answered yet. Linda Stevenson was found dead on December 28th, and just yesterday, William Stevenson, her husband, was indicted by a Newcastle County grand jury on first-degree murder. Now, the way indictments work in local criminal court in Delaware, it's a one-page indictment. All it says is that he has been indicted of that charge. There's no further detail on exactly how the grand jury came to that conclusion. As you say, he does remain behind bars because he was unable to pay a $500,000 bail to get out.
Gary, what more can you tell us about Stevenson's relationship with the former president and first lady? How long were they married? When did they divorce?
Yeah, so Jill Tracy at the time was married to Bill Stevenson for 5 years. They got married in February of 1970 and divorced officially in 1975. And it was during that time where Jill Biden was a student at the University of Delaware. William Stevenson was the owner of this place called the Stone Balloon Club, which is one of the biggest, at the time, one of the biggest music clubs in the country near a college campus. The likes of Bruce Springsteen, the Allman Brothers, Dave Matthews Band all performed there. Jill Biden, when they got divorced, did try to maintain her half share in that ballroom, but was denied. It's unclear what their relationship has been in the past 45 years or so since they got divorced.
Damn, homie, you probably should have let her keep her shares in there. She probably would have been able to help you out with that bail. Doom, doom, doom. In jail with a real bail. He's in jail. He's in jail because he failed. Rah! I know you guys don't know that one. Why the hell did I think of a Fat Boy song right there? No idea. It just happens. Definitely want to pray for the ex-wife, though. Don't want to let that go by, even though it's a situation that we don't know what happened. Still want to pray for her as well as her family because it's a soul loss. And hopefully we can peel more layers of the onion back here and find out what's going on. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Minnesota because effective immediately, not only are they going to have cameras, that's right, ICE. Donald Trump says 700, that's right, 700 ICE agents are going to be driven out of Minnesota due to progress, though, as well as cooperation. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Let's get it going.
Two breaking news items. Both of them are important. First off, Tom Homan just announced that effective immediately, federal immigration agents will be drawn down by 700 in Minneapolis. He says this is in part due to unprecedented cooperation, his words, with county jails. Second, the White House confirmed that to Edward Lawrence that President Trump had a call with President Xi this morning.
Hope that's good.
Just in. Now the spending deal that ended the government shutdown only funds DHS until Valentine's Day. Lucas Tomlinson joining us now. Lucas, I sense a big fight coming over this.
There's no question, Stuart. Good morning. Democrats want new rules for ICE in the wake of those two shootings in Minneapolis. GOP lawmakers are demanding an end to sanctuary cities and legislation that will require proof of citizenship to vote. And no sooner did that short-lived government shutdown end, now Congress faces a new deadline, Valentine's Day, to fund DHS. Here's Republican Senator James Lankford earlier calling those Democratic demands unreasonable, including judicial warrants for ICE.
10 days.
It would turn us from having sanctuary cities to having a sanctuary country that individuals, even with criminal records that are not legally present, could not be picked up by ICE unless they had a federal offense, not a state offense. That means a rape, a murder, an assault, 3 DUIs, that ICE could not pick them up.
Perhaps
it's like, I don't understand. What are they doing? Why are you fighting for this stuff? What's going on? It's just like the food. They putting all the stuff in the food and they expecting, hey, go ahead and eat it. Go ahead and eat it. We don't care if you make it. We want the money. I'm going to tell you right now, this is that time right now when we really need to be singing that Michael Jackson song. And I'm angry to be the one that's reporting it. Because in order to report it, you have to get the information in order to report it. The information that I'm starting to learn, I wish I never knew it. And you guys have been learning it with me. It's just sad because of the fact that the layers and the stuff that we finding out about the food, about the housing, about how they're treating us, the candy, the bread. What's going on here, y'all? Like, let's keep on getting to the bottom line and keep on doing what we got to do every morning, though. Let's get on over to Italy right now. Italy. They've been rocked by chaotic scenes as our rioters leave over 100 officers injured. That's right, you guys, all over the world. We're everywhere. Let's get on over to Italy right now. Not fireworks. Not fireworks. A lot of flashbangs in retaliation. And you heard what I just said, right? Over 100 officers injured. When you start using fireworks in a different way, those are no longer fireworks. They're EPSTEINs with a W in the front. Common sense. When you're playing with a firecracker and they tell you, light it and throw it, or let it be like lay it down, then light it and run away from it, right? Why do they say that? Because it could really damage your fingers, it can damage your hand, or even worse. A firecracker, you can hold it, pow, it's gonna hurt. Anything bigger than that might take off one of your digits. Anything worse, take off your hand or worse. That's why they always tell you to keep your hands off of a firework. Let me ask you a question. When you have that same firework, you light it and you throw it at somebody, is this still a firework? When you aim a Roman candle at somebody, is it still just a Roman candle? I really want to know what you guys are thinking about this, because that's no longer peaceful protesting, no matter where it is. Got violent clashes that broke out in Italy over the weekend between leftists, anarchists, and the police, leaving over 100 officers injured. The only thing about this that's different to me is the word Italy. Because last month or the month before that, we were seeing this in Minneapolis. See anything similar going on here, you guys? Go. He's tossing one right there. Footage of the riots from tourists shows that anarchists dressed in black confronting police with several objects being thrown at the officers. Again, not peaceful protesting when it's like this. Not peaceful protesting when you're firing and launching something at someone that can actually hurt them. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let's keep on moving forward. That was Italy. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Washington, because Trump says, speaking on this Epstein stuff, I will say this. And we're going to see what he got to say. It's Epstein time, you guys. We're going to get into it. Let's keep on moving forward. See what we got for you on this front. We got a lot. Let's go.
Office here, Peter Mandelson, the British ambassador. You were shaking hands with him over a trade deal. He's today been forced to resign from the House of Lords, the upper house of the British Parliament, over his links to Jeffrey Epstein. Just wondered if you had any reaction to that, since obviously he was here before.
I didn't know about it, but I really don't know too much about it. I know who he is. It's too bad. Speaking of Epstein, I will say this. A reporter named Wolf and Epstein conspired. This just came out yesterday in the millions of pages of documents, how crazy this is. Conspired against me in order to fight like hell to make sure I lose the election. That's the only thing that was
y'all. Let's get those likes up.
Me.
Hit those three dots. That's how the like button comes
About Democrats, some really bad stuff. But about me, that Wolf, whoever Wolf is, he wrote a book, a couple of books, and Epstein conspired against me. Did you know that, Mr. Senator? Did you know that? They conspired against me so I lose the election, or worse. So that takes care of Epstein as far as Trump is concerned, but you got a lot of Democrats out there that are very much involved with Epstein. But I'll be honest with you, you got to get back to running the country too. Millions and millions every week. You know, when Epstein was alive, nobody cared about him. When he's dead, they care about him. But it's really a Democrat problem. It's not a Republican, it's a Democrat problem. The only problem Republicans have is that we have to get back to, number one, running our country, and then number two, very importantly, letting the public know what a great job we're doing.
Keep on moving forward, you guys, because we stay in this section. We do a lot. We keep on peeling the onion when it comes down to this. And like I told you, we play no sides over here. We play whatever information that we get. We don't make the information. Don't get mad at the messenger. We just report it. And then we talk about it. And then we see if we want to believe it. Ain't that how you do anything? When somebody makes a proposal to you, you think about it and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it. That's why we don't worry about platforms being Fox or CNN, AP or whatever like that. Because as human beings and as educated people, like you and yourselves and me, we make up our own decisions with life. So we're going to keep on moving forward right now because we got Representative Lou, who says Epstein files have actually information with President Donald Trump in it, threatening to off a couple of people as well as possible contact with children. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Don't get mad at the man. I'm reporting the information.
So why are Republicans so interested in Bill and Hillary Clinton? It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children.
Very strong allegations. Again, we play all sides over here. I don't agree with anything. Don't know what's going on here, and I don't know if it's the truth. But we play all sides of the coin here.
So I encourage your press to go look at these allegations, and I'm highly disturbed that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just got the law wrong. Yesterday, he said, essentially, that it is not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, that's actually not correct. If Jeffrey Epstein was human trafficking minors for these sex parties, and you show up and patronize the establishment at that party, yes, you're guilty, because patronizing is part of the law, the federal sex trafficking law. So
now that you said that, and you said Trump first, we heard you. We heard all that. What about Bill Clinton, all of these other people that's in these photos, people that's actually at this situation? See, that's why you got to be careful when you do stuff and when you say that's the law, because now all of those people who were implemented should have the same things happen to them. And what you're saying should be looked into. I do think so as well.
Deputy General Todd Blanche just got that wrong, which maybe explains why they aren't investigating all these folks, including Donald Trump. He needs to read the law and investigate these people. He also needs to resign, not only for not knowing the law, but a massive, not only screw up, but the biggest privacy violation in history. They release a lot of pictures of minors unredacted, just violated the privacy of these girls.
So now if you go look at the link in our description, you will be able to see all of the files that have just been released, the prior ones. Just take your time. It's going to be you'll be there for a while because there's so much documents and so much information. I was pretty surprised about the little or let's say minimal amount of redactions, because first we were saying that there was too much. Now you could read this thing like a book almost. But I know also that those 3 million files is still not all of it. I still believe that there may be at least about 7 million, maybe 8 million more files. Personally, that's what I think. And the files that they're holding back are probably even worse.
It is uncalled for what they did. The one thing that they could not do under this law was to invade the privacy of these women now, who were girls at the time, who were victims of sex trafficking. Also, he met with Ghislaine Maxwell, moved her to a minimum security prison, and then got a puppy for her. So for all those reasons, he's just got to leave the Department of Justice.
Okay, well, first of all, just so you know, we follow all,
Congratulations.
all news and we pay attention to every single thing. You try to slip the puppy thing in there. We're big dog fans over here. We follow up on that. And we know as of last week, Ghislaine and anybody that's been convicted of any major crimes or anything that has to do with children cannot be a part of the puppy training program over at Bryant, Texas. That's what's called when you do your homework. We know that, don't we? Let's keep on moving forward over to London. It's pretty humiliating when it comes down to Princess Beatrice, appalled by her parents with these Epstein links. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's not just over here, it's overseas too. Let's get over to one of my boys, Andrew Eborn. I love this dude right here. He's hilarious.
Let's also talk about Fergie. Sarah Ferguson's charity, Sarah's Trust, has announced that it will close for the foreseeable future. This comes just days after new details emerged about her friendship with Jeffrey Epstein.
So now her charity is now about to close because of the fact that ain't nobody gonna mess with you with no charity with all this affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. It is a wrap for them. They got kicked out. He got demoted. Now when these new files came out, the king said, I'm not even giving you no money to go stay nowhere. Oh, it's bad.
Andrew?
Well, it is extraordinary. And it's quite sad. We spoke about it last year, is that a lot of charities instantly distanced themselves from Fergie, as she's known, as more and more of these revelations came out about the extent of her relationship. Perhaps the most shocking thing of all, Gabriella, is the timing on this, because she denied any sort of contact with Epstein. And what happened is after his conviction and imprisonment for his offences, she was still in contact. That's what the latest revelations show.
Shocking.
And it is completely shocking. And what's happened, so the Sarah's Trust, and this is the sad thing about it, because it was doing good work. It was established in 2020, and this is what they say. It's dedicated to supporting frontline grassroots work to address the humanitarian and environmental crisis, the hunger crisis, and issues perpetuating cycles of extreme poverty.
And she was making a little bit of money off the top. You know, she was getting a little something. So that's what I'm saying. Her charity shut down, but she was shaving a little bit off of that. They got kicked out of Royal Lodge. Her ex-man that let her stay there, he messed up. Ooh, Fergie, you going through it. That's why I say she might do a book just to try to break even.
They've realised they cannot continue. Sarah has been tainted in this way, and her association with Epstein is becoming more and more apparent, and lots of details, and humiliating details, not just for Sarah herself, but also obviously for her two children.
Well, let's talk about those two children. We're learning more.
Yo, somebody said Sarah gonna have to hit the corner and get Fergalicious to pay those bills. She better ask Fergie from Black Eyed Peas to hold her down. Look, you're using my name. What's going on here? Because when I say Fergie, I swear to God, most people be like, Black Eyed Peas, Fergie? I'd be like, y'all really don't know what's going on over here, huh? I'm talking about the real Fergie. The Fergie that got her name, original Fergie got her name from this Fergie, by the way. Let's go.
More about how Beatrice and Eugenie are feeling, and of course it would be a shock to no one that they are feeling appalled and embarrassed.
Well, they're actually aghast, appalled and embarrassed about what's emerged. Now, it's always embarrassing when your parents do terrible things, but in the circumstances, it is even worse. And it's not just what's being revealed about the extent of Andrew's relationship, and also those terrible pictures which are shown with Andrew on all fours next to a female on the ground, and various other things. The context of that, we're not entirely sure.
I'm talking about, like, how did you pose for these photos? Like, what made you think it was gonna ever be okay? You should know when you're in the public eye. Yo, chill out. I'm not gonna take. I ain't taking no picture with that person because it can come out. I done seen Chingy. Somebody, you don't want to get Chingicized. You know what I'm saying? We already know who not to take pictures with. Look at everybody in the picture. Who about to take a picture? Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get in that one. Nope, because you won't have that over me talking about, yeah, well look, Bugatti's in the picture with the, oh no you won't. Let's keep on moving forward, double tap that screen to get those likes up, because now we gotta get on back across pond to Washington. No, I'm sorry, we're staying across pond. Police, they've opened an investigation into Lord Peter Mandelson. This is it right here, you guys. When I say I didn't even notice where they were going with it until I said, hold on a minute, let me pay some attention here. Lord Peter Mandelson, what was his position? Jeffrey Epstein wanted to bribe people, had a little bit of money. Remember the $100,000 that Lord Peter Mandelson was saying that him and his husband was like, oh, I don't know anything about that. We don't remember it until we found the bank statements. We now have a reason why Jeffrey Epstein may have paid them that $100,000, you guys. And then when this come together, oh, it really rocked me. I'm like, wait a minute, that's what that was all about? Crazy. Check this out.
Let's go to the UK. To now, the last 24 hours, police have opened a new investigation into Lord Peter Mandelson. He has not lost his title. Over allegations he leaked sensitive information to Jeffrey Epstein.
So he leaked sensitive information to Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe that's what the 100, there you go.
It comes after Keir Starmer sacked Lord Mandelson from his role as UK ambassador in September over links to Epstein, despite Mandelson saying he did nothing wrong. And we'll get to Prince Andrew too and his disgraced ex-wife, but permanent hanger-on, Fergie. Joining me now, Sky News contributor and News Corp European correspondent Sophie Ellsworth. Let's start with Mandelson, but I do want to get to Prince Andrew. What's the substance of the claims against Mandelson? Because I understand it sort of reads to me like insider trading.
There
Sophie.
you go. There you go.
Peter, this is deeply concerning for Sir Keir Starmer's Labor government because revelations have come out that Lord Mandelson leaked highly sensitive information when he was business secretary under the Gordon Brown government to Jeffrey Epstein. And he also received payments from Jeffrey Epstein while he was in office. Now, he's facing very serious ramifications from this, Peter. He is facing allegations of misconduct in public office, which is a life imprisonment. And there's questions now being
Life he could get for that trading. Life.
asked, how on earth did Lord Mandelson be appointed ambassador, the UK's ambassador to the US by Sir Keir Starmer, given it was widely known that he had close associations with Jeffrey Epstein. So,
because some of the affiliates and some of the people are still out there, and he probably got some stuff on him, and he's still running around with them.
there are many questions to be answered, but he is now very much in the doghouse, Peter, and his career is well and truly over.
Yeah, so that 100,000 that you took probably on top of much, much more. Ooh, see what I'm saying, you guys? You know what they say? Follow the money. And it all makes sense. So you was over there leaking information. Didn't know that you can get live. How did I? And he don't got that much left on his life. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got more. Let's get back over here to Melinda. That's right, Melinda French Gates. She's responding to Bill Gates referencing and the Epstein files. She has not been stopping, and she wants to separate herself from that situation. Could you imagine? You got one of the most highly recognized, one of the richest husbands in the world. Next thing you know, he get caught up with Epstein, and he come back burning, talking about, baby, I might have to give you some and don't even want to tell you. Allegedly, he tried to sneak the medication to her. How are you gonna try to sneak some drugs to somebody, some D-rugs? Are you trying to sprinkle it on her pancakes in the morning? This was pretty crazy right here. You guys see that heading right there with that guy holding himself? He is not holding himself for no reason. I didn't want to put him in that, but see that? He's representing what Melinda has a problem with right now. You can't be bringing that back home, thinking you're going to bring that back to our bed. Talking about burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. I'm talking about every time you go to the bathroom. Y'all remember Raw? Where Eddie Murphy said, no, doctor, fire shoot out my dick. He said, you mean you have this burning sensation when you go to the bathroom, Mr. Murphy? He said, no, he said, no, doctor, fire shoot out my dick. Yeah, you know that feeling. It never happened to me before. But the last thing you ever want is to have that burning sensation where you got to go to the bathroom and you're like, ooh, ooh, and you can't because you done had some extracurricular activities with some funky, dirty person. And now you got to go home and explain that to your wife. And now you're trying to sneak medication into her food so that she don't know. Oh, man, let's keep on going. Bill. Oh, boy. And all of this is alleged.
Billionaire philanthropist Melinda French Gates is speaking out after her ex-husband Bill Gates appeared in the newly released Epstein files.
For me, it's personally hard because brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage.
The couple divorced back in 2021. Now Gates addressing the Epstein scandal with NPR's Rachel Martin.
Whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
While Bill Gates...
Yeah, but we know that you got something to do with some other stuff too now, Melinda. You're not squeaky.
has previously said his meetings with Epstein were a, quote, huge mistake. His mention in the newly released documents are fueling fresh scrutiny over the nature of their association.
And I hope there's some justice for those now women.
Asked about the new files, a spokesperson for Bill Gates called the latest allegations completely false and said the only thing these documents demonstrate is Epstein's frustration that he did not have an ongoing relationship with Gates. Meanwhile, new fallout for the now former Prince Andrew, whose connection to Epstein has been documented for years. Andrew appears in the newly released files in photos leaning over a young woman lying on the floor. Now, amid growing outrage in the UK, Andrew has moved out of the 31-room Royal Lodge earlier than expected. He's now living on his brother, King Charles' privately owned estate. British tabloids upping the pressure on the royal family. One headline reading, Charles must now face questions. Vice President J.D. Vance said he would support Andrew being called to testify before Congress.
I'll let them determine whether they should talk to Prince Andrew. I'd certainly be open to it, but it's their call, not mine.
At the White House yesterday, President Trump, who's mentioned hundreds of times in the newly released files, mostly in news articles, said this.
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really.
Okay, yeah, let's get on to something else, like maybe 700 pounds. That's right, 700 pounds of that Hunter, I can feel it, Biden. That stuff, y'all. Let's get on over to Nassau County, because again, they found one of the largest cocaine seizures in Staten Island history. 2 men facing charges. I know if Hunter would have found this, you guys, it would have been a party like no other party in the world. Shout out to Hunter Biden. Sorry that you weren't able to be at this party, buddy, but hey, lucky you wasn't.
Nassau County Police call one of the biggest drug busts on record there. Nearly 700 pounds of cocaine worth $20 million found in the car of 2 suspects in Plainview. Eyewitness News reporter Lindsay Tuckman live there with the details. Lindsay.
David, it was in this hotel parking lot that I'm standing in right now that police say they found that $20 million worth of cocaine. 2 men were arrested, but prosecutors are looking to upgrade the charges now to include drug trafficking just because of the sheer amount of drugs that were found. 312.
Hunter would have cried. As soon as he would have went in there and seen all that, he'd have been like, but you don't got. You remember how the Cowardly Lion, how he was, or how Laurel, matter of fact, how Ed Norton used to be when he crying, or Laurel and Hardy, this is so much. You gonna just burn it all? What you gonna do with it? He would have been, Hunter Biden, man, listen, he would have got next to one of them and been like this. Hey, how you guys doing? Oh yeah, okay, see you guys later. Would have walked out with one of them bricks.
12 kilos of cocaine, almost 700 pounds. All found in this car last Thursday in Nassau County. 40-year-old Michael Vieira and 35-year-old Daniel Santana arrested and charged in the drug bust.
Looking at it all here in this auditorium right now is staggering. The $20 million street value, I think, is a conservative number. When this gets cut up and sold, these individuals would have been very, very rich.
Nassau County Police say narcotics officers were staking out the parking lot of a Holiday Inn in Plainview when they saw what was believed to be a sale go down. They approached the truck with the defendants inside and saw cocaine in the front seat.
They got the 2 individuals out. They placed them under arrest. They opened up the trunk of the pickup truck, and this is what you got, 312 kilos of cocaine.
The suspects were arraigned and charged with...
Hunter would have been like this. What y'all talking about? Oh, you real? I'm glad that you got those guys off the street. It is fantastic that you got those guys. We're so happy to hear about this. We're going to see you guys later, and I want you guys to know that my people are on the job. Hunter would have been just like that with 2 bricks right here like this. See you guys later. He would have been out of there with them bricks, boy. Yeah, he would have been really talking. Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it, guys. We're on the job. Thank you so much. With 2 bricks walking out with it. Let's keep on going, y'all.
Criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 1st and 3rd degree. The 2 men are from DeLand, Florida. But according to officials, they also previously lived in Puerto Rico, where they had faced homicide charges. Nassau County executive and a Republican gubernatorial candidate, Bruce Blakeman, spoke about the massive takedown.
We have here one of the largest, if not the largest, drug bust we've ever had on Long Island.
And indeed, those that live nearby couldn't believe how much cocaine was in their community.
Very scary. Yeah, I mean, you would hope that there would be no drugs, let alone that amount of drugs.
Now, Vieira and Santana were remanded to jail. Meantime, the investigation is still ongoing. The next big question is, where did the 2 defendants get that amount of cocaine in the first place?
Yeah, because you know they're getting them by sea. So that's what they're trying to say, you guys. You're probably going to see a lot of it traveling on the land now. 18-wheelers, trucks driving. Get ready, you guys. That was a lot of cane right there. I can feel it. Hunter would have had a blast in there. And I mean it, a real blast. They would have opened up those doors. He would have been gone. I'm talking about literally gone. His soul would have been dancing on his corpse like this. I've never been this high. I've never been this high. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to a serious situation here. Savannah Guthrie, her brother-in-law, is a prime suspect in her mother's disappearance. We have not been talking about this story because I didn't even know what was going on. We got a mother of a reporter who's been kidnapped. Now we got a ransom note. And now we got even more information where it could be the brother-in-law who allegedly is involved in this situation. Let's keep on going. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. We in it. Let's go.
Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter with more on the Guthrie family's emotional plea. Leanne.
Mark, their anguish is written across their faces as they make that plea for their mother's safe return. The video going viral as federal investigators ramp up their presence and efforts to find Nancy Guthrie.
Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere.
Sad.
We will not rest.
Sad.
Your children will not rest until we are together again.
A heartbroken daughter desperate for answers as Today Show host Savannah Guthrie and her siblings speak out on social media amidst the desperate search for their mother.
We want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too.
The 84-year-old is believed to have been taken from her Tucson home early Sunday morning. Investigators in a race against time to find her given her serious health issues.
She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive.
Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's not it. That's not it. I got more. We got more on it. Let's go. Let's keep going.
First at 6:30 as the search intensifies for the 84-year-old mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie. An unnamed law enforcement source claims a family member is now a prime suspect in her disappearance. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in the newsroom with the latest on a rapidly developing story tonight, MB.
Micah, Savannah Guthrie and her sister Annie, alongside their brother, have broken their silence tonight. They posted this video message to their mother and her potential kidnappers.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you. Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is
Interest in her disappearance. Now, just a short time ago, there was a flurry of police and FBI activity at Nancy's Tucson home. It appears they collected some evidence, and now many have left. There are blood drops on the doorstep of Nancy Guthrie's Tucson home, and the Pima County Sheriff says there are obvious signs of a break-in. He believes the 84-year-old mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie was taken from her home against her will in a possible kidnapping. Deputies were seen searching an area behind Nancy's home today. Nancy was last seen Saturday night by her daughter Annie and her...
Nobody just knows this lady randomly like that. Nobody's just gonna do anything like that from out of nowhere. I'm just gonna go there. And I also think the sad thing I'm gonna go there with is that ransom is fake. It's probably already to the point where it's already a tragic situation, and he's probably trying to throw people off for what he really did. Allegedly, and I'm going there. It's him.
Son-in-law, who dropped her off at home after dinner. Her family reported her missing when she didn't show up the next day for Sunday church services. Journalist Ashley Banfield is revealing that authorities are looking at a possible person of interest.
Critical line from this high-level law enforcement source was that the son-in-law may be prime suspect at this time.
She's talking about Annie's husband, one of the last people to see Nancy alive.
I was also told that the car belonging to Annie Guthrie, that's Savannah's sister, Nancy Guthrie's daughter, had been towed and taken into evidence.
Ashley says sources
Someone says he even looks like the devil.
have also told her about what happened to the home's Nest cameras.
There were Nest cameras, plural, and they were smashed, and that they've been taken into evidence.
The Pima County Sheriff denies those claims that they have a suspect, saying in a statement, "At this point, investigators have not identified a suspect or person of interest in this case."
Very smart. They don't want to get behind this story and say that to prejudge, also to make him possibly run. They act like they don't got nobody, he probably gonna think he good. Don't say nothing. Keep on building your evidence and come with him with the see ya. Hope you had a terrible time. Bye now. Think about it. Don't nobody know that lady randomly like that. And to try to make up those, what do they call it, ransom notes? Nobody's stupid. You're trying to throw people off. Let's keep on moving forward. The ex-UCLA gynecologist with the number sexual abuse case that's been tossed out. People are furious about this situation right here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to California and keep on reporting. Let's go. We got work to do.
An appeals court has overturned the conviction against former UCLA gynecologist James Heaps and has now ordered a new trial.
Yeah, this comes more than 3 years after Heaps was found guilty of sexually abusing patients. KTLA5's Lauren Lister live now in our newsroom with the latest developments in the case. Lauren?
Glenn and Lou, I have some new legal analysis at this hour. The 69-year-old convict has been behind bars on charges involving 2 patients he was convicted of abusing. That conviction now overturned, and we are getting reaction from those who represented hundreds of Heaps accusers. Former UCLA gynecologist James Heaps found guilty of sexually abusing female patients, now getting a new trial. Seen here in footage from a previous court hearing, the 2022 conviction that landed Heaps behind bars with an 11-year sentence, now overturned. A California appeals court ruling Monday that Heaps was denied a fair trial because his defense attorney was not made aware of a note from the jury foreperson at the time.
It is uncommon that the Court of Appeals sends back a case for a retrial to begin with, but the error here, I've never heard of it. It is extremely uncommon.
The note describing collective concern from jurors that one juror did not speak English sufficiently to deliberate and had already made up his mind. The 3-justice panel finding the trial court's handling of the note deprived Heaps of his constitutional right to counsel at a critical stage of his trial.
This is a brutal reminder that a procedural misstep in a criminal trial can truly have devastating consequences.
I'm showing this to show you guys the importance of why the judge earlier is being so serious about all of the situations in the Charlie Kirk case. You don't want stuff like this to pop up as saying, oh, well, you know that little daughter situation with the prosecution brought up, you never really let us talk about it or really let us get into that. So that's why he's really trying to make sure he has a fine line and taking sure of crossing all of the T's and dotting his I's in the Charlie Kirk case. That's what I think the judge is doing.
An attorney who represented over 200 former Heaps patients in a lawsuit that was settled with UCLA, saying this conviction reversal is a blow to these accusers.
It's a harsh reality that in our criminal justice system, The road to justice for many survivors of sexual abuse can be extremely difficult.
But what I'm going to say to you is don't worry, due to the fact that it was only on a technicality, and that technicality only being about like sharing information, what's going to happen in this case, I'm predicting, sad, state's going to lose a lot of money is going to be spent. Same sort of justification. He's going to be arrested for this because nothing's going to change the facts when it comes down to the proof, the evidence, and the witness testimony. Still going to get the same amount of time, I believe. I'm firm in that. Let's keep on moving forward right now. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. You see us working over here. You see me trying to tell you guys to hit those 3 dots so that like button can be appeared and you guys can hit that like button, or you can hit that notification bell down there, or give me all the money in your pockets right now. Nah, I'm cool. Got some Bustelo in the kitchen with some Lipton green tea, so I'll have that. But what I would appreciate in the form of monetary, go ahead and hit that like button, share it with somebody, subscribe to the channel. Have you become a member yet? You've been here for a while. Let me know. It's only $2.99. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got the authorities that are investigating this situation with the ex-Philadelphia Eagles player. Multiple situations. I got to skip over certain words because they're really dangerous words that I can't say. But multiple homeless encampments have been investigated due to this situation, and they think it's a serial you-know-what. Let's go. Let's keep on going forward to Los Angeles now.
New details now in the case of ex-Eagles player Kevin Johnson, who was found stabbed to death at a homeless encampment 2 weeks ago. Investigators now say his murder may be connected to 3 others in the area. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live in LA's Willowbrook neighborhood with the details. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hey Jess, good morning to you. Yeah, really a disturbing story here. All of those 4 individuals found dead, all of them experiencing homelessness, and all of them living in a small area here in Willowbrook in a homeless encampment. I'm going to step aside so you can get a better idea about what I'm talking about here. This is a portion of that homeless encampment. You can see it's right next to the wash. It's sort of disheveled here because of what has been found in the area and what homicide investigators are now looking into. But investigators tell us that these 4 deaths happened within a short period of time, all of them within a couple of months of each other. And they are now investigators are trying to figure out if their deaths are connected and if the same suspect is behind all of these murders. Now, all 4 victims were unhoused at the time of their deaths, living in a homeless encampment on East 120th Street near Central Avenue. This is an area, an unincorporated area of Willowbrook, and according to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the 4 homicide cases happened between October 2025 and January 2026, so all within a 4-month period. One of the victims was 55-year-old Kevin Johnson, a defensive tackle with the Philadelphia Eagles in 1995 and 96. He went on to play for the Patriots, the Vikings, and the Raiders. Johnson was found on January 21st of 2026 at a homeless encampment in the area, suffering from blunt force trauma and stab wounds, according to the medical examiner. His son, Brandon Johnson, releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "My father was a loving, caring, and truly joyful man. Even through life's difficulties, he held happiness in his heart and shared it freely with those he loved. There was not a single day he didn't call to check on me. The absence of those daily calls has created an indescribable silence." The Las Vegas Raiders also releasing a statement saying their family mourns the loss of Kevin Johnson, a defensive lineman out of Texas Southern. Johnson played for the Silver and Black for 1 season, seeing action in 15 games in 97. He previously played 2 years in Philadelphia, totaling 7 sacks in 23 games. The prayers of the entire Raider Nation are with Kevin's family at this time. Now back here live, we don't know the identities of the other 3 victims, but the Sheriff's Department telling us at KTLA that the first victim died in November, at the beginning of November, the 4th in late January. They say they are working as hard as they can to determine if these 4 deaths are related. But
sad situation right there. Man played in the NFL, entertained so much people, still was a pillar in his community, had respect for his children, and even when he was homeless, called to check on his son. Still never gave up on his love for his family. Terrible, tragic situation right there. I wish the NFL would definitely come up with a compartment or an association to take care of, certain people like this that are going through it. Not trying to say you can do everything for them, but there should be some sort of outreach or some sort of assistance that the NFL should be able to provide with all of the trillions of dollars that they've accumulated, with all of these people out there working hard to perform. Want to say a prayer for his son, as well as his family and anyone who has been affected by this tragic event, with the other people who lost their lives as well. Please, we're praying for closure in this situation for everyone, and we hope and pray that this stops and we find the people that have done it. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going to stay on the topic of football, Super Bowl, and we're going to go with the broken-wristed clickness. You know that click that you just can't get right? Even if you put a stick up under their wrist and put a duct tape around it, it's still going to have a little bit of brokenness going on it. Hey, they're out there now, and they got a voice, so I can't be mad at it. Just don't come over here with it. We got Bad Bunny, that's gearing up for a politically charged Super Bowl show. Don't care if you don't know Spanish. It's going to be performing in Spanish. You better learn. Keep on double tapping that screen, you guys. Let's get those likes up. And if you don't like Bad Bunny, well, that's your problem.
This year's Super Bowl halftime performer, Bad Bunny, who turned his Grammys acceptance speech on Sunday into a political statement. The chances of Bad Bunny turning what's supposed to be a fun and entertaining show into a liberal tears spectacle are high, but NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says there's no need for concern.
Bad Bunny and I think that was demonstrated last night, one of the great artists in the world. And that's one of the reasons we chose him. But the other reason is he understood the platform he was on, and that this platform is used to unite people and to be able to bring people together with their creativity, with their talents.
Think he's slick. You gonna do the same thing that Bud Light did when it came down to messing with them Trills Nans. Now you're trying to quietly support you know what. You don't want to say it, but you're trying to support immigrants, and I got you. And you're trying to make a statement in a certain way.
And to be able to use this moment to do that, and I think artists in the past have done that. I think Bad Bunny understands that, and I think he'll have a great performance.
Yeah, Mercedes, he's a Puerto Rican. I think that
Puerto Ricans are American.
Yes, they are. But obviously he wants to be known as a Puerto Rican, and they do like to stand out, I will say. But I mean, I think maybe this is a
Oh, what did you just say? They like to stand out, huh? Like when you go into that T-Mobile store and that Puerto Rican person got that shirt on, and now he act like he run the show. Not everybody, but some do that. Africans, black, a lot of people do that. You know what I'm talking about, right? When you give a certain person a collared shirt and they just act like they run the show. But I'm not going to just say that about one race. I see it happen with a lot of people now. I've seen the brothers do it too. Get a collared shirt on, next thing you know, you feel like you run the whole store.
marketing strategy possibly by the NFL. You know, FIFA World Cup, they're going to have people like Shakira, those types come in. But this is an American Super Bowl football game. You're appealing to a mass audience.
100%.
Are they trying to do it globally? Is it too much? Like, what's your thoughts here?
We know that the NFL is just like a political arm sometimes of the left because they started this off when it was Kaepernick and the whole kneeling down for the national anthem, where they let that happen for such a long time that even a lot of those NFL viewers were saying, I'm going to turn off the TV. I'm not going to put up with these political statements. And so they're allowing Bad Bunny, who is obviously politically very outspoken on this issue of ICE. This is something that is, quite frankly, dividing the nation in a lot of ways, to take center stage. And you know that Bad Bunny is going to take the opportunity to go out there and, you know, basically put ice cubes everywhere and say ice out.
Yeah,
which is really not that original.
Daniel, do you think that he's going to get political? I mean, they even have Green Day coming to the Super Bowl to perform. So it's just like two bad options here. And luckily, Turning Point USA, they're having a kind of a secondary option for a lot of Americans to go watch, featuring Lee Bryce, Brantley Gilbert, Gabby Barrett, and of course, very close friend of Trump, Kid Rock.
They should have had Nicki Minaj perform, because that would have been a little something different. Because Bad Bunny, when it comes down to his numbers and his demographic, he can rock that whole playlist that they just put up. He does some real damage in numbers. He has a huge following. Can't front about that. The statement is the main point that's going on here. And the Super Bowl and the NFL are quietly supporting his statement and the mission and what they have going on. And Roger think he's slick. He's saying he's doing it a certain way, and not saying anything. Oh, Bad Bunny's one of the best artists, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know what you got going on over here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because Elon is kind of peed off. I talk about Mr. Elon Musk. He's blasting the Spanish Prime Minister as a tyrant over controversial social media ban. I don't think he's a tyrant at all, especially when it comes down to what he wants to ban when it comes down to social networks. I think there should be some legislation and some sort of laws put into place to make sure that these people can't just put up any sort of gaggle or information that they want to tell us. Also, you shouldn't be having to suppress us when we want to talk about the jab and when we want to talk about things that are really going on out here. And you put these strips of stuff going across our videos and our statements. I don't believe in that as well. So I don't think that this is pretty bad when it comes down to what they're planning on doing in Spain.
Starting next week, my government will implement the following actions. First, we will change the law in Spain to hold platform executives legally accountable for many infringements taking place on their sites.
So the CEOs and the owners of these companies are scared about this. What do you mean you're going to hold me legally accountable for what's going on these sites? There's millions of people on this site. How do I know? Yeah, it's about to get crazy in Spain.
Second, we will turn algorithmic manipulation and amplification of illegal content into a new criminal offense.
Algorithm, and if you're trying to spew information and trying to give it to certain areas, certain people, we're going to start turning that into a criminal offense in Spain. Woo! Regulations on the net. It's about to get pretty crazy out there in Spain, so better be careful what you're posting now. And that's all the sites.
Third, we will implement a hate and polarization footprint, a system to track, quantify, and expose how digital platforms fuel division and amplified hate.
So they're going to start doing their own stuff in the background that's going to show what these digital companies are doing, and they're going to just they're going to put it out there. They're putting you guys on blast. I think you better straighten up and fly right when it comes to Spain. Let's go. Tech millionaire, billionaire Elon Musk has called Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez a tyrant and a traitor in a post on X. Now that was in response to Sanchez unveiling a sweeping social media crackdown. Because you guys got to be a little accountable, you're mad, huh? You can make AI robots and scrubbers to find out what's going on in Doge. Can't you do the same thing to weed out when it comes down to pedo stuff and stuff that has to do with kids? Might want to start teaching it.
Fourth, Spain will ban access to social media for minors under the age of 16.
Spain will ban social media for minors under the age of 16. Could you imagine that? How many times you done handed that iPhone to your 3-year-old and they like this? And you over there like, huh? How the hell did you just do that? And you mean to tell me they're not gonna be able to get it at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no Roblox, 10, no Roblox, 11, no Warcraft, 12, woo, you're gonna have a lot of pushback if you was doing that over here.
Fifth and last, my government will work with our public prosecutor to investigate and pursue the infringement committed by Grok, TikTok, and Instagram.
The controversial plan includes holding platform executives criminally liable and banning children under 16 from social media. Elon Musk says Dirty Sanchez is a tyrant and a traitor to the people of Spain. I I actually don't agree, Elon. I think that you guys need to get your S together. Facebook, get your stuff together. Instagram, get your stuff together. TikTok, get your stuff together. Because you guys do have it in a certain way where you manipulate stuff. Even you guys here. But I'm on your platform right now, so I ain't going to go there. You know what I'm saying? How they give me $10, but y'all got to get $3 of it. You know what I'm saying? Or your boy get massive video live plays, massive live views every single day. 50,000, 70,000 views, 40,000 views. You know what type of money we get? $21.97, sometimes $14.97, sometimes. I'm talking about monthly. And we go hard over here. We do at least 2 hours a day. Let's do the math, right? That is 30 days a month, right? That is at least about how many hours? Now let's break down the monetary, how we're getting paid over here. I don't want to play you guys, but let's call it what it is. If I didn't have a second job, and they say, what did you expect? It's live. Yeah, but it's live, and guess what they doing? They running them commercials under me all the time. I see them up there. They putting them posts up there all the time. Tesla, all these companies. They getting their dough. When I go look at my money, $14.97 for the month. Hey, that's going to be the next episode on our other show called The Spotlight. We're going to start highlighting things like that. Why it influences, you're playing yourself. Hey, buy this, buy that. Show you guys why. They're getting free promotion and you guys don't even notice it. We got to keep on moving forward over here to something that's very serious. We've been talking about it all month. We focus on a lot of important things. We focus on health. We focus on food. We focus on children. Focus on animals. We focus on life and politics. A lot of other things in between there, entertainment and much more. Right now, I'd like to focus on chocolate because there's up to 8 chocolate brands that you must avoid. And I mean that like the Pilsneg. You got to avoid them, and I'm going to tell you why. Some of them have child labor that's going against child labor ages. Some of them are feeding us something that's not even chocolate. Other ones are having their food on counters for 6 months before you go and eat that Russell Stover or that Ghirardelli. The ones that are premium that you think are good, they're worse than the ones that you see every day. Let's get into it, you guys, and thank you so much. Who's that right there? Jordan Dougherty. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Everybody, if you're not already subscribed, I think you should do that right now. Hit those 3 dots, become a member, hit that like. Also, hit that notification bell. We're going to break down these stories right now and these companies. I'm going to give it to you before we go into it. Are you guys ready? Just showing support, and thank you so much, Miss Swanza, for always showing love. I have to say allegedly, but I'm going to give you all the companies now. Are you ready? Let's go. We got Hershey. We got Nestle. We got Mars. We got Russell Stover. We've got Palmer Chocolate. We've got Whitman's, Ghirardelli, as well as Hershey's Special Dark. Please pay attention to that. If you got to rewind it, I need you to do that. I need you to pay attention. We're not going to be able to go through all of them, but I'm going to show you why we did this. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those lights up. And Miss Swanza, you know we ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Where we at with it? Did I pull it up already? No matter what, I'm going to get it. So if it fell out, I will get it and I'll bring it back. So let me see right here. It's already gone. So boom, this is how we do that. We go up here, we go into YouTube, and we bang out with the history. This is how we do every day, showing you guys a cheat of what Bugatti do. Sometimes I lose something, but I still got to come back and get it. And yeah, we go back through our own history. Yeah, and then we do something like that right there.
It's heavy metal contaminant. Mirrorless cameras also minimize mechanical wear and tear, especially when utilizing electronic shutter.
Now let's go.
Contamination found. Mirrorless cameras also minimize mechanical wear and tear, especially
you want
when
your commercial money, huh?
Shutter.
They want their commercial though.
Some of the most popular brands sold in American stores contain ingredients that should concern anyone reading labels carefully. And the ethical issues behind production are even more disturbing. Americans consume 11 pounds of chocolate annually. Tonight we are exposing 8 chocolate brands you must avoid. These are not obscure imports, these are major American brands found in every grocery store and gas station across the country. And the problems range from toxic heavy metals to child labor to ingredients that are barely chocolate at all. The chocolate industry operates with shockingly little oversight. Testing has revealed dangerous levels of lead and cadmium in products marketed to children. Child slavery remains endemic on cocoa farms in West Africa, where most chocolate originates. And American regulations allow products with minimal actual cocoa to be labeled and sold as chocolate. These 8 brands represent the worst offenders. They use the cheapest possible ingredients. They source from suppliers with documented child labor. They add excessive sugar and chemicals. They process chocolate so heavily that health benefits disappear. And they market aggressively to children despite containing contaminants. Stick around until the end, because brand number 8 has the highest heavy metal contamination found in testing.
Now, we always do this. We got 8 U.S. chocolate brands you must avoid. The name of this show is The Hidden Menu. The Hidden Menu, The Hidden Menu. Let's get into it a little more. Let's go.
It's so concerning that regular consumption could cause serious health problems, especially in children. But before we expose these brands, hit that subscribe button.
You could do that
because
too.
The chocolate industry depends on customers not understanding ingredient lists or asking questions about sourcing. We are revealing what they hope you never learn. Brand 1. Hershey's Milk Chocolate. Lead and cadmium beyond safe levels. Hershey's is America's most iconic chocolate brand. It is also one of the most contaminated. Independent testing by Consumer Reports found that Hershey's milk chocolate bars contain lead and cadmium at levels that exceed California's maximum allowable dose levels for regular consumption. Lead is a neurotoxin with no safe level of exposure. Even small amounts can cause developmental delays in children, reduced IQ, and behavioral problems. Cadmium accumulates in kidneys and bones, causing organ damage over time. Both metals are present in Hershey's chocolate at concerning levels. No safe level of lead exposure.
There is no safe level of lead exposure. Take those little words. Pay attention now.
Contamination comes from 2 sources. Lead contamination occurs during processing and manufacturing when cocoa comes into contact with leaded equipment or is exposed to environmental lead. Cadmium is absorbed by cocoa plants from soil and cannot be removed through processing. Hershey's uses the cheapest bulk cocoa available from West African farms where soil cadmium levels are high. Premium chocolate makers test for heavy metals and reject contaminated batches. Hershey's does minimal testing and accepts whatever cocoa is cheapest regardless of contamination levels. The company has known about heavy metal contamination for years but has fought against stricter regulations. Hershey's lobbied against California Prop 65 requirements that would force warning labels on contaminated chocolate products. They prioritize profits over consumer safety. Hershey's chocolate also barely qualifies as chocolate. The cocoa content is minimal. The primary ingredients are sugar, milk, and vegetable oils. The chocolate flavor comes more from artificial flavoring than actual cocoa. You are eating a candy bar that happens to contain some chocolate rather than actual quality chocolate. The company also has a terrible record on child labor. Multiple investigations have documented children working on cocoa farms that supply Hershey's. Despite promises to eliminate child labor, the practice continues because Hershey's refuses to pay prices that would allow farms to hire adult workers at fair wages. Brand 2. Nestle Chocolate Products. Worst child labor record. Nestle makes Crunch Bars, Butterfinger, Baby Ruth, and numerous other chocolate products sold in America. The company has the worst child labor record in the entire chocolate industry. Multiple lawsuits and investigations have documented Nestle's use of child slavery and cocoa sourcing. A landmark lawsuit alleged that Nestle knowingly purchased cocoa from farms using child slaves in Ivory Coast. Children as young as 12 years old work in dangerous conditions, hard profit over.
If Zoom is what you're recording your podcast with, then you're missing out on better quality. But I got you. Riverside is your one-stop shop.
Caused community harm. Their executive claiming water is not a human right reveals corporate values that prioritize profit over people. Brand 3. Mars Chocolate, M&M's, and Snickers. full of additives. Mars makes M&Ms.
You ain't gonna believe this about these M&Ms. After that, we're gonna slide off. I already gave you the list and what to go do your research on. You guys got something to watch.
Snickers, Milky Way, and Twix. These products are among the most heavily processed and additive-filled chocolate products sold. The ingredient lists read like chemistry experiments rather than food. M&Ms contain artificial colors including blue 1, blue 2, red 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6.
You ever taste the M&M and before you taste anything, you taste all of that like chemical in it from the paint? That's actually what that is.
These synthetic dyes are derived from petroleum. Multiple studies have linked artificial food dyes to hyperactivity in children. European countries require warning labels on products containing these dyes. America does not. Artificial dyes linked to hyperactivity. The chocolate coating on M&Ms is also barely chocolate. The ingredients are sugar, cocoa butter, and skim milk with minimal actual cocoa.
Thank you, I love y'all.
The primary ingredient is sugar. The chocolate flavor is more from artificial flavoring than real chocolate. Snickers bars are similarly problematic. The ingredient list includes corn syrup, sugar, partially hydrogenated soybean oil, and artificial flavor. Partially hydrogenated oils contain trans fats, which are banned in many countries but still allowed in small amounts in the US.
Why?
Mars chocolate products also contain palm oil, which drives deforestation in Indonesia and Malaysia. Orangutan habitats are destroyed to plant palm plantations. Mars claims to source sustainable palm oil, but verification is impossible. The devastation continues.
There's just so much.
Testing has also found heavy metal contamination in Mars products. Lead and cadmium are legally chocolate at all. Brand 5. Palmer chocolate. Not legally chocolate at all. Palmer is the company that makes holiday-shaped chocolate, including Easter bunnies and Christmas Santas. These products are found in every drugstore and discount retailer.
Could you imagine how long they sit on the shelves?
They are also not legally chocolate according to FDA standards. Palmer products are labeled as chocolatey or chocolate flavored rather than chocolate. This is because they contain no cocoa butter at all.
Damn.
The fat content comes entirely from vegetable oils. Without cocoa butter, products cannot be legally labeled as chocolate. Contains 0 cocoa butter. The ingredient list for Palmer chocolate bunnies starts with sugar, then palm kernel oil, then whey powder. Cocoa appears 4th or 5th. The product is essentially sugar and vegetable oil with some cocoa added for color and flavor.
Jesus Christ.
This is compound chocolate or chocolate flavored candy, not real chocolate. Palmer products are manufactured to hit the absolute lowest price point possible. They are not the same as Lindt products made in Switzerland. Brand 8. Hershey's Special Dark, highest heavy metal contamination. Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate is marketed as a healthier option because of higher cocoa content. Testing revealed it has the highest heavy metal contamination of any major chocolate brand.
You guys, again, we skipped over Russell Stover's. There was Ghirardelli. There was
mirrorless cameras also.
And I'm going to tell you why. I can tell you straight up and down. And it's common sense. We are smart. You're smart. Straight up and down. Think about how long Russell Stover's is sitting inside of CVS. Think about how long the Whitman sampler is sitting inside of a CVS. So what are the preservatives, what are all of the chemicals and things that they're putting in there to give it that shelf life? Do you want that in your body? I mean, if it's going to give me more shelf life, okay. But if it's a chemical that can harm me, no thank you. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up, because guess what? It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. Groove me. Ow. Now you see why you need to subscribe to Our Bottom Line, become a member, because we do this all day long. Let's keep on moving forward now. You got a situation over here. I'm not even going to play around. We got to keep on going. We almost at the time point, but I got so much more to give you. I just got to do it. Potential new eye drug that shows potential for eye restoration. I have astigmatism myself. When the rim is in your system, ain't no telling when you see my eyes slipping to the side like that. Yeah, we got it. Some of us, my grandmother used to say, boy, that boy got that doogie in his eye. That's what it is. They say my daddy used to mess around when he was little with that stuff. So because I couldn't see up my right eye, oh yeah, my grandmother's the original of Bugatti. She's the reason why I know how to make these kind of jokes. She came out the room one day and said, that boy can't see out of his eye because his father used to put too much doogie in him. They used to call it doogie back in the days, y'all. Tell you something about my grandmother, bro. I'm rubber, you glue, whatever you say starts bounce off me and stick to you. She the reason I came out the way that I am, because my grandmother wouldn't let you be a punk. She gonna send you to run some numbers at 7 years old. Go put my numbers in, boy, with the cigarette in her mouth. You know what I'm talking about? The Benson and Hedges or the Pall Mall. I had that kind of grandmother. She ain't let you play around. She was a hustler, baby, and she just wants you to know. She said, that boy got that doogie in his eye. I swear to God, I love my grandmother. Let's get on over here to some situations where maybe I can get my eye straightened out. Maybe I can get something to take the doogie out. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go.
Scientists are unveiling a major breakthrough that could change the lives of millions around the world. A new drug is showing promise in reversing retinal damage and restoring vision, targeting conditions like macular degeneration and glaucoma.
This morning, Dr. James Della Russo, an optometrist, joins us now to break down what this means for patients. Good morning, doctor. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So just start off, if you could, by kind of summarizing what were the core findings of this research and why might this be so significant for people with eye diseases?
Sure. There was a article published in Nature Communications this past March of 2025. And these researchers in Korea looked at why invertebrates, cold-blooded invertebrates, specifically zebrafish, had this ability to regenerate their retina cells, and people could not. And so what they did find, which is sort of an aha moment, was there is this cell called PROX1 protein that, for whatever reason, isn't present in high quantities in these fish, but in people, it seemed to be what was kind of putting the brakes on the stem cells from regenerating these retina cells. And so what they did is they used gene therapy to create a treatment to allow our retinal cells to basically produce antibodies to block that protein, which seemed to be what was really putting the brakes on our eye's ability to heal from retinal damage.
Wow.
And so it really opens the door for a lot of new clinical applications for treating many, many diseases that we really didn't have much more treatment for other than just slowing progression and treating symptoms.
Doctor, how is this treatment different from all the others on the market?
Well, most of our treatments, such as treatment for macular degeneration or glaucoma, really rely upon slowing progression and treating symptoms. So we really didn't have any real mechanism to repair or restore vision. So all the therapy really involves early diagnosis and really trying to clinically manage the conditions from worsening. But this new avenue opens up ways to actually restore vision.
Yeah, so then with that in mind, what are some of the potential clinical applications for this?
Well, when we think about some of the major causes of blindness worldwide, chief among them is age-related macular degeneration. It's really, the real leading cause of central vision loss for people 65 and older. And so that is probably about 200 million people worldwide that are actually suffering from vision loss from that condition alone. And diabetic retinopathy, where there's another leading cause of blindness for about 1 million people worldwide, could have benefit. And then, of course, glaucoma, which really, glaucoma affects 1 in 180 people in the United States. So there's a lot of people that could benefit from new treatment.
And what are the next steps here for this research, and when can we potentially see a clinical trial?
Right. So they're still in preclinical studies, and they're still working with mice and animals, but they do plan to start human clinical trials in 2028.
Yeah, and how hopeful are you about this? I mean, it sounds pretty extraordinary, the science behind, so far, what they've been able to do.
Sure. So, it's going to take time for sure, but it really provides us sort of this watershed moment where we think that we really can target and actually improve vision.
I love it because I'm dealing with it every day. So I think that that's fantastic for people to get something that they can have to heal your, let's say, weakening eye vision or your loss of vision, anything like that that can help people. I thank God for it. I want to bless the people that made it. I want to hope that our Lord puts his hand on those opportunities and make that actually work. That's right. I'm cheating right now. Lord, could you step in here? Think that's going to be good for some people that need some help with their eyes. Amen. Might be wrong for doing it, but I'm going for it. We got another situation here where a teen swims for hours to save his family that was swept out to sea. Basically, like, if they're out there, I'm going out there, and if I can't find them, no problem, because that's it for me.
This is the moment a harrowing nightmare for a mother and her young children remarkably came to an end.
I just said, all right, not today, not today, not today. I have to keep on going.
Austin Appleby, his mother, and 2 younger siblings were paddleboarding and kayaking while on vacation in southwestern Australia Friday when police say rough conditions swept them out to sea. His mother, Joanne, was faced with the unimaginable, trying to save 13, 12, and 8-year-old children. Austin is the oldest.
One of the hardest decisions I ever had to make was to say to Austin, try and get to shore and get some help. This could get really serious really quickly.
Austin raced toward shore on a kayak, but police say it took on water. So he swam roughly 2.5 miles to dry land.
I was really scared. I was just thinking in my head, like thinking I was going to make it through.
And 4 hours after he set out, Austin says he made it to shore, only to then have to sprint over a mile to get to a phone.
I said, I need helicopters, I need planes, I need boats. My family's out at sea. I was very calm about it. I think it was just a lot of shock, like just went through my mind.
Rescue 1, can you advise if there are any injuries of the people you have on board? Over.
About 2.5 hours after police got the alert, this rescue helicopter crew spotted Austin's mother, brother, and sister clinging to a paddleboard.
I thought they were dead. I had a lot of guilt in my heart. Because, you know, I thought, oh man, I wasn't fast enough.
But now, the family's together again.
I'm speechless at his efforts, but at the same time, I knew he could do it.
I can't be proud of me, younger brother. And Jesse joins us now. What else are we hearing from the family about those hours they spent stranded in the water, and how are they doing tonight?
Yeah, so Ellison, the family's working through a range of injuries from what they've shared. You can imagine they might be having to recuperate for some time after going through something like this. One of the things that the family shared about how they got through this is the family describing playing games, joking, trying to treat this like a game-like atmosphere. And you can imagine trying to keep a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old in the water there with you on that paddleboard, trying to keep them swimming, floating, trying to keep them alert while your other child is out there trying to get help. And you have no idea if your 13-year-old has made it to shore, is okay themselves to be doing this. So just truly an unbelievable situation. Sounds like the biggest physical issue that the family is dealing with overall is all of them seem to have sore legs. The mother also says that she's concerned about some long-term mental health impacts from this as well. So certainly.
Yeah, that was the story right there. And like she said, I know it was very difficult for her to tell her little boy to go out there and try to save them and bring somebody back. That was probably one of the hardest decisions that she ever had to make. But I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I gotta give that little guy so much respect and so much props for doing what he did. And the way that he kept this up going, he was like, I gotta do it for my family. Come on now. Go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because that's love right there. That's God stepping in. And without his hands being involved in that situation, it could have been tragic. But guess what? He was there for them. So yes, we give up love for good stories as well as the negative one. Thank you, Lord, for stepping in and putting your hand in this situation to save young Austin and his family. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's still not over. You heard about the Best in show? Come on now. You know how it is. Just because it's a scary kind of dog, that's what people try to say. Pit bulls, cane corsos, XLs, Dobermans, they're all so scared of them until they win the Best in show. That's right, you guys. We show love over here to all. That's right. Let's go over to the Best in show. Penny, the Doberman Pinscher. What did she do? She won the Best in show when everybody else thought that they was going to win.
Doberman, Rottweiler's local sheepdog and an old English Pinscher were used to perfect the ultimate police type dog.
Now that's a beautiful dog right there. You can't even lie. She's standing there like this. I'm winning this. What? And look at her head. Everything perfect. Every other little dog, every dog had a little flaw with it, I gotta say, because I watched the whole thing. But Penny, she was standing there like, thank you. I'm here to get my award.
Today, because of the service Dobermans excel, both at therapy work and as service dogs.
Tracking beautifully true, both ends. Sound as a dollar.
The best in show at the 150th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is the Doberman Pinscher.
Patty the Doberman Pinscher with Andy Litton.
Westminster 150.
Show some love.
To Patty the Doberman Pinscher. And that's history for Best in Show here at Madison Square Garden. The 42nd female.
You know Penny's still at work like this. Yes, this is what I do. What are we doing after this? You guys got my meal prep after this? I'd like to go running after this and do some security as well. That's right. I'm talking about one of the most beautifulest Dobermans I ever saw in my life. That's a pretty dog right there. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Oh, look at that face. Look at that.
He was a great dog, and I'm sure that he's glad to be back with another great one.
Go Penny, it's your birthday. Go Penny, it's your birthday. He tried to alienate the black dog, huh? Penny had to step it up like this. Pardon me, would you happen to have any Grey Poupon? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. We got this injured pitty who knew exactly who to ask for help. And luckily, we had a white lady out there that wanted him. That's what people kind of say. We got a lot of comedians that say, how come every time you see one of these big old pit bulls, it's always a white lady with it? Well, guess what? The fact that there's a white lady that saved the pit bulls, I love you for it. I don't care if you're purple, green, black, or whatever. But the fact of the matter that you have a heart to see through that, to see those eyes, to see the beauty in that dog, I don't care if you're purple, but the fact that we do got a lot of trending, our white sisters out here that show a lot of love for these pit bulls, I ain't mad at you. That's what I like. I love it. So maybe I get some of you guys to work at the rescue when we get the rescue going. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's see what's going on with this new pit bull right here that found a fantastic home when he knew who to ask to save, who to ask.
He stayed down the street somewhere.
He's not yours?
No, he's come out here because look.
What's wrong?
Hey, and I've been...
Can I take him?
Yeah, you can have him.
I can have you?
He said that his owners had moved away and left him behind, and that a couple weeks ago he had been hit by a car. In that exact moment, you mostly feel urgency to get him to safety.
Do you see that face? I'm talking about no matter what. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, he ain't staying out here. We got you. Come on. You're going to stay with me. There's no way I'm going to leave him out there.
Safety. He's precious beyond words can explain.
There you go.
But it's very hard to see multiple people who failed this dog.
Yes, sir.
He's saying thank you.
You gotta stay in your seat. You're a boo-boo foot.
So you got to stay in your seat. You got a boo-boo foot.
You're a boo-boo foot. Okay.
Mean pit bull, huh? Went right up into her arms and melted into her. Maybe that's the reason why white women like pit bulls. They ain't so bad after all. I think we need those people as advocates because maybe people will listen. They're not the bad dogs. It's bad owners.
Hi.
Oh, look at that face. Got those cuts on his poor leg.
You could have. Hello, baby.
His recovery process is a long one.
You're feeling so much better now. Oh my goodness, we're putting weight on our legs.
We've got a couple more months ahead of us.
Oh my goodness.
And the deficits that he'll live with because of the car accident.
You're just the sweetest boy in the world.
And he has adapted to spoiled house dog life.
Are you enjoying your sleepy time?
He actually has never once received an adoption application, which blows all of our minds. He's the most incredible dog. He's going to make the most incredible best friend for someone. I have no doubt that he's going to turn into someone's soul dog. He loves love.
Yeah, that's how you do it, you guys. You see that? Then they never forget that you saved them. They never forget when you rescued them like that. And look at that. She's got a new friend. And love, you see what love can do? I've seen what negativity can do when we saw Ukraine going against people. We see war going on. We see all this negativity. We see what attitude can do, get people going back and forth and fighting and arguing. That's why I love to end our show with love, because it really can conquer all. And when it comes down to pain and suffering and getting over stuff, it's the only thing that we can actually use out here, you guys. And it's the only thing that we get for free. It don't cost you nothing to actually love something or someone. Love doing it when it comes down to the animals, especially if I can make your day feel better, even though we go through a lot. That's why I always tell you guys, follow me. Do what I do when it comes down to this next gesture. Don't put it in the chat. I want to see you do it. Even if I can't see you, I want to know that you're doing this. Follow me. Do what I do at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. You see that? Even though I'm telling you guys to do this and I'm talking to you behind it, it makes my stomach feel better. It makes my chest feel better. It makes me feel better. It's free, and you can do it anytime you want. Somebody get on your nerves, you know what? Not gonna let you own that with me. I'm gonna smile and keep it moving, because I could make a choice to deal with it in a negative manner, or I could be the light and save others and not deal with that crap. So that's what I've chosen. Could have had a lot of fights, a lot of crap going on, but you know what I chose? I'm good. And then they wonder, how can you just be that way? Because there's so many other people being the other way, and I don't want to take on every obstacle, every problem, every situation, because guess what? A motor needs to shut off. A light needs time to rest. What do you think your human heart needs and what your body needs? Can't always think about negativity, drama, bad stuff that's going on. We need the light. We need the love. We need happiness. Smile for nothing. I mean it. Double tap that screen to get these likes up. And if you're trying to make some money, hit that like button and go into that description today where you'll be able to make up to $340 off of 2 different surveys. That's right, you guys. You'll make some money. I will too. Everything that we spoke about in the Epstein files is in that link in the description. Want to see all 3 million PDFs or what they got to offer? All you got to do is hit the link in that description. Go see what's going on with that. And also, you guys know what I'm about to say, right? I love to help you promote your business. I want you to get out there and get more promo going on, as well as myself. And since we have 65,000 subscribers and headed to 70,000, 80 and 90, we like to share our platform over here. So if you got a promo, you're trying to get your business out there, send it over to us. We'll put it up in the post notification area at YouTube. Only catch is it's got to be 1080 by 1080, and you got to be a member or subscribe to the channel already. Not a big catch. That's all you got to do if you want to be seen in front of all of our subscribers and all of our family members. So that's what we try to do here. We share our platform. It's not Bugatti's bottom line. It is our bottom line. That's what. I am the host. You guys are the co-hosts. I couldn't do it without you, because if I did, they'd be knocking on the door to come get me out of here. Now coming up is the Show Your Talent Search. We about to have some major announcements going on. I feel sorry for somebody, but guess what? When it's progress, sometimes you gotta let people go. And I'm not talking about anybody major. I'm talking about just situations when you grow. Sometimes when you get out the shell, you get a bigger shell, so it happens like that. That means we're going to be coming to you guys in many different locations now, not just in New York. That's right, we've got our thing together, and guess what? The Show Your Talent Search is spread out now, not just Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. We're in every state and every borough, because distribution is going to be different. That's right, you guys. So that's what that means. You want to be a part of a talent show where you're going to be able to make $250 if you win. Boom! $250. Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. You need to find out about the Show Your Talent Search. And after we get everybody together, we do the grand finale. One person or a group is going to walk away with $1,000. You want to be a part of it and you're not in New York or the state that we're in? Don't worry about it. We just learned the other day about how to bring you in. You can show us your talent in front of everybody, because we go live all the time when we do the in-stores. That's right. You can show your talent by hitting that button. We want to see what you got. And if you're good, boom, $250 to you. And after we put everybody together, we'll have one person on the internet that'll be part of the grand finale. to see if you can walk away with the $1,000. How do you do it? You got to go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's, 2 P's. Guess I hate the doubles, took the carbonation out because we ain't messing with the bubbles. There's no bubbles in Big Drip. It's a punch and it goes down very smoothly. Want to be a part of that talent show? Like I said, website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, add your email address to the email list, and you'll get notifications of where we're going to be and what we got going on. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and today is Thursday. That's right, you guys. And you know what we got to do? We got to get those end of morning prayers out to make sure that we're covered, secured, and we're taking care of our families as well as our animals. Let's get those prayers up for everything and for all our love. Let's pray with Batty Lynn. We're praying for Patrick. We also want to show some love and thank you, Liberty and Justice, for showing up and that you're good. Batty Lynn always showing up. Jeffrey Spilker. Who else we got up in the building? I see Miss Messy. I see Liberty. Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. Hey, yeah, there you go. That's right. That's that Big Drip. www.drinkbigdrip.com. You want to go and be a part of the talent show? And you want to email me, it's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Want to pray for the rest of the people that's in the building, Jocelyn. We got to pray for, who's that, Shannon? Want to pray for Audrey, Elise, Elisheri, Jordan, Kelly, Gerald. We got VG5P. I see Chris. Who's that, Chris? Okay, Chris Smith. Mega, David, Audrey, Miss Swanza, Kendra Walker. You know you stay in my prayers every day, even if you're not here. There you go, girl. I miss you. Who that? Me right there, androgynous. Just, I see smoking something. I see AJ. I see P1, AJ, Jordan. I want everybody to be prayed and covered up today to make sure that we secure. That's right, Kelly. I see you, Jeffrey, and I see Elise. Guess right, you guys. That's how we do it. I want to pray for everybody, for security, for love, and for peace. And with that being said, amen. And guess what tomorrow is? Doom, doom, just got paid. Doom, doom, got a new suit. Doom, doom, can't wait to wear it just for you. Tomorrow, Friday, exclusive episode. Be right here. Our bottom line. You could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for our bottom line. I appreciate your updates, trending topics, current events, and we do care about your health and your love. Remember that when you go home today, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock, right, to do it all over again. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, how do we do it? Y'all know. Get 'em! Peace. Ha ha.